has said no to Raebareli. Meanwhile, former J&K CM Ghulam Nabi Azad reacted to the speculation and said Congress won those seats because of support from the BSP and SP.
बीएसपी और समाजवादी 98 का पहला इलेक्शन है सोनिया जी का, तब से आज तक दोनों छोड़ते आए हैं। और राहुल गांधी का इलेक्शन 2004 से आज तक दोनों को छोड़ते आए हैं। अब वो जाने, लेकिन आपका जनरल नॉलेज हूँ कि एक 25 साल से छोड़ते आए, एक 20 साल से छोड़ते।
BJP candidate for Amethi, Smriti Irani, also hit out at the Congress for delaying the candidate announcement.
जो कहते हैं कि अमेठी गांधी खानदान का गढ़ है, वो अपने ओर से एक कैंडिडेट देने में इतना समय क्यों लगा रहे हैं? तो उनका लैक ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस ही आपको बताता है कि अमेठी अब कांग्रेस बैस्टियन नहीं रही है। अगर वो दो सीटों से लड़ते हैं तो इसका मतलब वो अमेठी से अपनी हार को ऑलरेडी चुनाव होने से पहले ही घोषित कर रहे हैं।
With Congress getting booted out of Kerala by CPI and Gandhis refusing to fight from their traditional seats, are Rahul and Priyanka running out of options? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Okay, let's get a sense of why the Gandhis would not want to contest from Raebareli and Amethi. Ajay Dubey joins us from Lucknow on that. Ajay, what's your sense? Why you think that Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is not feeling confident of picking up the contest in Raebareli, or Rahul Gandhi not wanting to come back in Amethi? What has changed?
See, if we'll discuss how things are being changed in Raebareli and Amethi, there are two parts of the story. First part is before the Rajya Sabha voting in UP Assembly. The first part is like the feedback, whatever feedback the Congress cadre was getting, whatever feedback Delhi was getting, they were sensing this thing that the vibes in Raebareli and Amethi is changing a lot. People are asking questions in Raebareli only, as being discussed that Rahul Gandhi or Sonia Gandhi or Priyanka Gandhi, nobody is coming to Raebareli. And post the assembly, post the Rajya Sabha voting, for the 7 MLAs of Samajwadi Party who have voted against Samajwadi Party, 4 of them are from that area only, from Raebareli, Amethi, Sultanpur. The MLAs of that area, the pocket of parliament voters, they have changed their opinion towards BJP now, and they used to be with Samajwadi Party. As Ghulam Nabi Azad said that Samajwadi Party helped Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi to win those elections. So that's the story. And now the MLAs are in favor of BJP, so that ground reality is already changed. The SP leaders are not now with BJP, and Congress can observe that it is going to be a difficult task for them, and that must be the reason why Priyanka and Rahul, they don't want to participate election from Raebareli and Amethi. And the morale of the cadre of Raebareli and Amethi related Congress cadre is very down. As I was talking to the cadre of Congress in Amethi, he was saying that the things are very difficult now, and it will be bad. It will be bad than 2019 result. They were saying that it is going to be difficult, and as the things are getting changed in Raebareli and Amethi.
Okay, Ajay, that's a good deep dive into what's really happening on the ground. Many of the Samajwadi Party MLAs who have cross-voted in Rajya Sabha against Samajwadi Party itself creates a difficult situation, because the Gandhis used to win these 2 pocket boroughs only because of the support coming in from Samajwadi Party and the BSP not contesting. Thank you so much on that note. And we, I think, have got the audio of Prime Minister speaking in Andhra Pradesh. Let's go back to it.
लेकिन इनकी सोच वही है। आप देखिए, लेफ्ट और कांग्रेस केरला में एक दूसरे को क्या कहते हैं, बंगाल में टीएमसी और लेफ्ट एक दूसरे के लिए क्या क्या बोलते हैं, पंजाब में कांग्रेस और आप एक दूसरे के लिए कैसी भाषा बोलते हैं। जो लोग चुनाव से पहले अपने फायदे के लिए ऐसे लड़ते हो, ऐसे झगड़ते हो, वो चुनाव के बाद क्या करेंगे, ये आप इसका अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं।
ఎన్డీఏ కూటమి ఏదైతే ఉన్నదో ప్రతి ఒక్క ఎన్డీఏ భాగస్వామిని కలుపుకుని ముందుకు వెళ్ళడంలోనే విశ్వాసాన్ని ప్రదర్శిస్తుంది. కానీ ఏదైతే ఇప్పుడు మనం ముందు చూస్తున్నామో, మన ముందుకు వచ్చినటువంటి ఇండియా కూటమి ఏదైతే మనం చూస్తున్నామో, ఆ కూటమిలో ఉన్నటువంటి వారందరూ కూడా ఒకరినొకరిని ఉపయోగించుకుని కేవలం అంతవరకే పరిమితం చేస్తూ యూజ్ అండ్ త్రో అంటే వాడి ఆ తర్వాత విసురు వేయడం మీదే వారి దృష్టి అంతా కేంద్రీకృతమై ఉంటుంది అని చెప్పి మనం అందరం కూడా గమనించాలి. ఇవాళ కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ మరి ఒక రకమైనటువంటి వారికి ఎటువంటి ముందు చూపు లేకుండా వారు అందరితో కలిసి మన ముందుకు వచ్చిన ఒక్కసారి ఈ కూటమి భావజాలం మీద మీరు దృష్టి కేంద్రీకరించండి. కేరళలో లెఫ్ట్ కావచ్చు, కాంగ్రెస్ కావచ్చు, ఒకరినొకరు ఏ విధంగా తిట్టుకుంటారో ఆడిపోసుకుంటారో ఒక్కసారి గమనించండి. అదేవిధంగా బెంగాల్లో, వెస్ట్ బెంగాల్లో తృణమూల్ కాంగ్రెస్ మరియు లెఫ్ట్ ఒకరినొకరిని ఏ విధంగా దూషించుకుంటారో ఒక్కసారి ఆలోచించండి. అదేవిధంగా పంజాబ్ లో కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ, ఆప్ ఈ రెండు పార్టీలు కూడా ఒకరినొకరు ఏ విధంగా దూషించుకుంటారో ఒక్కసారి మీరందరూ కూడా గమనించాలి. అంటే కేవలం తమ యొక్క స్వలాభం, వారి యొక్క స్వార్థం తప్పించి దేశ ప్రయోజనాలు వారి దృష్టిలో లేనటువంటి సందర్భంలో వారు ఏ రకంగా ముందుకు వస్తారు, ఏ రకమైనటువంటి పాలనని దేశానికి అందివ్వగలరో ఒక్కసారి మీరందరూ ఆలోచించండి.
साथियों, मुझे याद है कि कैसे राम मंदिर के लोकार्पण पर्व के दिन पूरे राज्य में रामलला के फिर घर लौटने का उत्सव मना था. तेलुगु लोग कभी नहीं भूल सकते कि एनटीआर गारू कैसे वो भगवान राम और भगवान कृष्ण के रोल को जीवंत कर देते थे. उन्होंने जीवन भर किसानों और गरीबों के हक की लड़ाई लड़ी थी और इस वजह से उन्हें कांग्रेस के अत्याचारों को भी सहना पड़ा था. कांग्रेस ने हमेशा आंध्र प्रदेश के गौरव का अपमान किया है. ये हमारी सरकार है जिसने हमेशा आंध्र गौरव का सम्मान किया. पिछले वर्ष ही हमारी सरकार ने एनटीआर गारू के शताब्दी वर्ष पर स्मारक सिक्का जारी किया था. कुछ समय पहले ही एनडीए सरकार ने तेलुगु धरती के सपूत पीवी नरसिम्हा राव जी को भारत रत्न दिया. कांग्रेस ने कैसे उनका अपमान किया था मैं इसके विस्तार में नहीं जाना चाहता, लेकिन ये बीजेपी है, एनडीए है जो हमेशा पार्टी लाइन से ऊपर उठकर देश के लिए समर्पित नेताओं का सम्मान करती है.
ఒక్కసారి మనం తిరిగి చూసుకున్నట్లయితే మనం ఇంతకు ముందే శ్రీరాముణ్ణి ఒక భవ్యమైనటువంటి మందిరాన్ని నిర్మాణం చేసి వారిని తీసుకుని వచ్చి అక్కడ పునఃప్రతిష్ఠ చేయడం జరిగింది. శ్రీరాముడి గురించి మనం ఒక్కసారి గుర్తు చేసుకున్నట్లయితే మన కళ్ళ ముందు సాక్షాత్కరించేది నందమూరి తారక రామారావు గారు. వారు ఏ విధంగా శ్రీరాముడిగా, శ్రీకృష్ణుడిగా వారు నటించడం గారు జీవించారో మనందరికీ తెలిసినటువంటి విషయమే. వారు నందమూరి తారక రామారావు గారు వారి జీవితాన్ని పేదల కోసం, రాష్ట్రంలో ఉన్నటువంటి రైతుల కోసం వారి వారి హక్కుల కోసం చేసినటువంటి పోరాటాన్ని వారికి అందించినటువంటి సేవని ఇక్కడ మనం ఖచ్చితంగా గుర్తు చేసుకోవాలి. అదేవిధంగా వారు కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ తరఫున అప్పుడు ఉన్నటువంటి కాంగ్రెస్ ప్రభుత్వం ఏ విధంగా వారిని ఇబ్బంది పెట్టిందో మనందరికీ తెలియనటువంటి విషయం కాదు. కాంగ్రెస్ ప్రభుత్వం ఎప్పుడూ కూడా ఆంధ్ర ప్రజల యొక్క ఆత్మ గౌరవాన్ని దెబ్బతీసినటువంటి విషయాన్ని మనం ఇక్కడ గుర్తు చేసుకోవాలి. నేను మళ్ళీ మీకు గుర్తు చేస్తున్నాను, నందమూరి తారక రామారావు గారి 100 సంవత్సరాలు గడిచినటువంటి సందర్భంలో వెండి నాణాన్ని కూడా వారి పేరు మీద విడుదల చేయడం జరిగింది. ఇవాళ నేను మరి ఒక్కసారి మీ అందరికీ తెలియజేస్తున్నాను, ఆంధ్రుల యొక్క ముద్దు బిడ్డ అయినటువంటి శ్రీ పివి నరసింహారావు గారు వారికి మరి భారత రత్న ఇచ్చి గౌరవించింది కూడా ఎన్డీఏ ప్రభుత్వం అని చెప్పి మనం ఇక్కడ గమనించాలి. నరసింహారావు గారిని ఏ విధంగా కాంగ్రెస్ ప్రభుత్వం కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ అవమానపరిచిందో మనందరికీ తెలిసినటువంటి విషయమే. కానీ భారతీయ జనతా పార్టీ నాయకత్వంలో ఉన్నటువంటి ఎన్డీఏ ప్రభుత్వం ఎప్పుడూ కూడా పార్టీలకు అతీతంగా ఎక్కడైనా సరే భారతదేశం ముద్దు బిడ్డలుంటే వారందరినీ కూడా గౌరవించుకునే దిశగా ఎన్డీఏ ఎప్పుడూ అడుగులు వేస్తుంది.
साथियों, आंध्र प्रदेश के लोग इस चुनाव में 2 बड़े संकल्प लेकर के आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. पहला, लोगों ने तय कर लिया है कि वो दिल्ली में एनडीए सरकार को वापस लाकर रहेंगे. दूसरा, यहां के लोग राज्य सरकार से इतना आक्रोशित है कि उसे हटाने का मन बना चुके हैं. यहां राज्य सरकार के मंत्रियों में एक दूसरे से ज्यादा भ्रष्टाचार करने का कंपटीशन चल रहा है. आंध्र प्रदेश के लोग देख रहे हैं कि राज्य के तेज विकास के लिए जिस सकारात्मक वातावरण को बढ़ाने की जरूरत थी, उसे पिछले 5 साल में यहां धक्का लगा है. आंध्र प्रदेश के लोगों ने देश के विकास के लिए, आंध्र प्रदेश के विकास के लिए पूरी सकारात्मकता के साथ वोट देने का निर्णय ले लिया है.
ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్ర ప్రజలు 2 సంకల్పాలు తీసుకున్నారని చెప్పి నేను భావిస్తున్నాను. మొట్టమొదటిది, కేంద్రంలో ఖచ్చితంగా ఎన్డీఏ ప్రభుత్వాన్ని స్థాపించాలి అని చెప్పి నిర్ణయం చేయడం జరిగింది. రెండవ సంకల్పం, ఏదైతే రాష్ట్రంలో అవినీతిలో కూరుకుపోయినటువంటి ప్రభుత్వం ఉన్నదో దాన్ని పెకలించి విసిరివేయాలి అని చెప్పి నిర్ణయం తీసుకున్నట్లు నాకైతే అర్థమవుతున్నటువంటి విషయం. ఈ రాష్ట్రంలో ఉన్నటువంటి మంత్రులు ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో సవ్యమైనటువంటి పరిపాలనని ప్రజలకు అందివ్వడం కంటే కూడా ఎవరికంటే ఎక్కువ అవినీతి చేస్తారో దాని మీదే దృష్టి కేంద్రీకరించారని చెప్పి మనం ఇక్కడ అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. మన ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్ర ప్రజలు ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ యొక్క వికాసం అభివృద్ధి కనుక మనం ఆకాంక్షించినట్లయితే ఇక్కడ ఖచ్చితంగా ప్రతి ఒక్కరూ కూడా ముందుకు వచ్చి ఓటు వేయాలి. ఈ 5 సంవత్సరాల కాలంలో ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్ర అభివృద్ధి సంపూర్ణంగా కుంటుపడింది అని చెప్పి నేను మీకు చెప్పనవసరం లేదు. ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్ర ప్రజలు అటు దేశం అదేవిధంగా ఇటు ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్ర అభివృద్ధి కనుక ఆకాంక్షించినట్లయితే ఖచ్చితంగా ఈ ఎన్నికల్లో మీరందరూ ముందుకు వచ్చి ఓటు వేయాలి అని చెప్పి నేను అభ్యర్థిస్తున్నాను.
आंध्र के मेरे प्यारे भाइयों बहनों, आप ये गलती कभी मत करना कि आंध्र में जगन की पार्टी और कांग्रेस पार्टी अलग है। ये दोनों एक ही है। एक परिवार के लोग ही दोनों पार्टी चला रहे हैं और ये उनकी मिली भगत है कि जो सरकार के प्रति गुस्सा है वो थोड़ा गुस्सा कांग्रेस की तरफ चला जाए ताकि एनडीए के लोगों को लाभ न मिले। तो ये दोनों की चालाकी है। ये दोनों एक ही चट्टे बट्टे के आजू बाजू है। कोई गलती मत करना।
ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్ర ప్రజలు మీరు గమనించవలసినటువంటి విషయం, ఇక్కడ కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ మరియు వైఎస్ఆర్సీపీ వేరు వేరు పార్టీలు కాదు. రెండు పార్టీలు కూడా ఒకే వరలో ఉన్నటువంటి ఖడ్గాలు. ఈ రెండు పార్టీలు ఒకే కుటుంబం నుండి వచ్చినటువంటి నాయకత్వం వహిస్తున్నటువంటి విషయాన్ని మనమందరం కూడా గమనించాలి. ఇక్కడ చాలా తెలివిగా వైఎస్ఆర్సీపీ మరి వారి మీద ఉన్నటువంటి ఏదైతే కోపం ఉంటుందో ప్రజల మనసుల్లో దాన్ని నెమ్మదిగా కాంగ్రెస్ వైపు మళ్లించడానికి చూస్తున్నారు. కనుక మీరు తెలివిగా అటు చీలకుండా మన ఓటు ఎటు పోకుండా మీరందరూ జాగ్రత్తగా ఎన్డీఏకే మీరు ఓటు వేయాలి.
साथियों, अगले 5 साल आंध्र प्रदेश के तेज विकास के लिए बहुत जरूरी है। अगले 5 साल विकसित आंध्र की नींव मजबूत करने वाले होंगे। अगले 5 साल आंध्र प्रदेश में गरीब कल्याण की योजनाओं के विस्तार के होंगे। अगले 5 साल आंध्र के युवाओं, यहां की महिलाओं को नए अवसर देने वाले होंगे। अगले 5 साल आंध्र प्रदेश में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट को नई ऊंचाई पर ले जाने वाले होंगे। अगले 5 साल आंध्र प्रदेश में पोर्ट लेड डेवलपमेंट के होंगे, ब्लू इकोनॉमी के विस्तार के होंगे और इसलिए आपको डबल इंजन की सरकार के लिए आंध्र की विधानसभा में और दिल्ली में लोकसभा के लिए वोट करना है। आपको विकसित भारत के लिए वोट करना है।
రాబోయే 5 సంవత్సరాల కాలం మనకి చాలా ప్రధానం అని చెప్పి మీరందరూ కూడా గమనించాలి. రాబోయే 5 సంవత్సరాల కాలంలో మీరు గనక ఎన్డీఏకి ఓటు వేసినట్లయితే ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్రంలో ఇక్కడ కూటమి, కేంద్రంలో కూడా ఎన్డీఏ సర్కార్ కనుక ఉన్నట్లయితే ఇక్కడ మనం అభివృద్ధి చెందే ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్రానికి తిరిగి మనం పునాది వేసుకుంటాం. రాబోయే 5 సంవత్సరాలు రాష్ట్రంలో ఉన్నటువంటి పేదల కళ్యాణాన్ని, వారి యొక్క సంక్షేమాన్ని ఆకాంక్షించుకునేటువంటి ప్రభుత్వానికి మనం పునాది వేస్తాము. రాబోయే 5 సంవత్సరాల కాలంలో రాష్ట్రంలో ఉన్నటువంటి యువత మరియు మహిళలు వారికి కొత్త అవకాశం ఇచ్చేటువంటి ప్రభుత్వానికి మీరు పునాది వేస్తారు. రాబోయే 5 సంవత్సరాల కాలంలో ఏదైతే అభివృద్ధి చెంది ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్రానికి మౌలిక వస్తువులు అవసరమో వాటికి మీరు పునాది వేస్తారు. రాబోయే 5 సంవత్సరాల కాలంలో పోర్టులు మాత్రమే కాదు, నీలి విప్లవానికి కూడా మీరు పునాది వేస్తారు. కనుక డబుల్ ఇంజిన్ సర్కార్ అంటే కేంద్రంలో ఎన్డీఏ కూటమి, అదే విధంగా రాష్ట్రంలో కూడా మనం ఎన్డీఏ కూటమిని గనక గెలిపించుకున్నట్లయితే మీరు అభివృద్ధి చెందే భారతదేశానికి, అభివృద్ధి చెందే ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్రానికి మీరు ఓటు వేస్తున్నారు అని చెప్పి గమనించండి.
साथियों, लोकतंत्र का उत्सव आज से प्रारंभ हुआ है। आप सबसे मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है कि लोकतंत्र के उत्सव का हम स्वागत करें और स्वागत के लिए अपना मोबाइल फोन बाहर निकालिए, अपने मोबाइल फोन का फ्लैश लाइट चालू कीजिए। सब लोग अपने मोबाइल का फ्लैश लाइट चालू करें।
మీరందరూ కూడా ఇప్పుడు ప్రజాస్వామ్య వ్యవస్థలో ఒక పండుగ వాతావరణాన్ని మనం ఎలక్షన్ రూపంలో ఎదుర్కోబోతున్నాం. మీరందరూ కూడా మీ మొబైల్ ఫోన్స్ తీయండి, టార్చ్లు వెలిగించండి.
जिसके पास भी मोबाइल है फ्लैश लाइट चालू करके आज से लोकतंत्र के उत्सव का स्वागत करें।
మీరందరూ టార్చ్లు వెలిగించి ప్రజాస్వామ్య వ్యవస్థలో వెలుగును నింపండి.
ये विशाल जनसागर दिल्ली को भी संदेश देगा और आंध्र के घर घर में भी संदेश देगा।
ఏదైతే మీరు ఇప్పుడు వెలుగులు వెలిగించారో అది అభివృద్ధి చెందిన ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్రానికి, అభివృద్ధి చెందుతున్న భారతదేశానికి నిదర్శనం.
मेरे साथ बोलिए भारत माता की, भारत माता की,
జై
भारत माता की।
జై.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
I am very, very happy to announce that Niva Bupa Health Insurance has come on board as Republic TV's studio model. Niva Bupa Health Insurance is the fastest growing company among standalone health insurance players in India. It has also provided health insurance coverage to 1.1 crore people in India and settled over 15 lakh claims, processing one claim every 60 seconds. So we are delighted to be partnering with them.
तमिलनाडु में बीजेपी का प्रदर्शन इस बार डीएमके और कांग्रेस के इंडी अलायंस का सारा घमंड तोड़ करके रख देगा। एक तरफ बीजेपी की कल्याणकारी स्कीम होती है, दूसरी तरफ इनके करोड़ों के स्कैम होते हैं। ये लोग तमिल संस्कृति को नष्ट करना चाहते हैं। ये लोग महिलाओं के नाम पर राजनीति करने की कोशिश करते हैं। साथियों, डीएमके और कांग्रेस का इंडी अलायंस कभी भी तमिलनाडु को विकसित नहीं बना सकता। इन लोगों की हिस्ट्री घोटालों की है। इन लोगों की राजनीति का आधार लोगों को लूटने के लिए सत्ता में आना है। एक तरफ बीजेपी की कल्याणकारी स्कीम होती है, दूसरी तरफ इनके करोड़ों के स्कैम होते हैं। हमने ऑप्टिकल फाइबर और 5G दिया, हमारे नाम पर डिजिटल
Welcome back. We're live and breaking this Sunday evening. Aam Aadmi Party leader and Delhi Minister Atishi has said that the ED has summoned Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal to join some investigation. This is for the Delhi Jal Board. That's what she has said. And the ED has issued a summon to Kejriwal for tomorrow. I repeat, it is going to happen tomorrow. The summon is for tomorrow under Section 50 of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act in the Delhi Jal Board case. ED is probing illegal trade tendering in Delhi Jal Board and the laundering of the alleged proceeds of crimes. Listen into the reactions that we are tracking right now.
ये मामला जल बोर्ड वाला है क्या, ये तो हम भी जानना चाहते हैं। ये किसी को नहीं पता कि ये मामला क्या है, इसमें किस चीज की जांच हो रही है, क्या कह रहे हैं कि क्या घोटाला हुआ, ये किसी को नहीं पता। लेकिन ये समन सिर्फ इसलिए भेजा गया है क्योंकि शायद अब मोदी जी को डाउट होने लग गया है कि पता नहीं एक्साइज पॉलिसी वाले मैटर पे अरविंद केजरीवाल को गिरफ्तार कर पाएंगे कि नहीं कर पाएंगे, क्योंकि उस पे तो अभी कानूनी बहस शुरू हुई है। तो इसलिए ऐसा लगता है कि गिरफ्तारी करने के लिए कोई बैकअप प्लान की शुरुआत हो रही है कि अगर इस मामले में नहीं गिरफ्तार कर पाए तो उस मामले में गिरफ्तार कर लेंगे, दूसरे मामले में नहीं गिरफ्तार कर पाए तो क्या पता 2-4 दिन में एक तीसरा मामला खुल जाए, तीसरे मामले में नहीं गिरफ्तार कर पाए तो कोई चौथा मामला खोल देंगे। देखिए, अगर ये प्रक्रिया कानूनी होती और ये प्रक्रिया जांच के लिए होती, ये प्रक्रिया सच्चाई तक पहुंचने के लिए होती, तो क्यों मोदी जी की एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टोरेट जो ये कानूनी प्रक्रिया चल रही है, जो ये केस चल रहा है राउज एवेन्यू कोर्ट में, उसके कंक्लूजन का वेट क्यों नहीं कर सकती है? जब कोर्ट इस मामले को एग्जामिन कर रहा है तो क्यों उनको और समन पे समन भेजने की जरूरत है? वो खुद कोर्ट गए, हम कोर्ट नहीं गए, हम उनके समन के खिलाफ कोर्ट नहीं गए, ईडी खुद कोर्ट गई और अब वो खुद उस कानूनी प्रक्रिया के खत्म होने का इंतजार नहीं कर रहे। क्यों? क्योंकि मोदी जी अरविंद केजरीवाल को किसी भी हाल में गिरफ्तार करना चाहते हैं।
शराब नीति का जो घोटाला दिल्ली में हुआ है उसको लेकर लगातार जांच एजेंसी अपना काम कर रही है और वो जिस तरह से कड़ियाँ जुड़ रही हैं, उनके उप मुख्यमंत्री जेल में है जिनको जमानत नहीं मिल रही, उनके एक सांसद जेल में है जिनको जमानत नहीं मिल रही, तो मुझे लगता है जांच एजेंसी बहुत सूक्ष्मता से अपनी जांच कर रही है और जहां तक जांच को पूरी करने का सवाल है उसमें जिन जिन लोगों से बात करनी होगी तो जांच एजेंसी अपना काम करेगी।
कानून अपना काम कर रहा है और कानून के तहत ईडी ने ये 9वां समन भेजा है, लेकिन अफसोस दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री कानून का सम्मान नहीं करते हैं और कानून से भाग रहे हैं। 9वां सम्मन है। उम्मीद करता हूं कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी इस बार ईडी का सम्मान करते हुए, कानून का सम्मान करते हुए ईडी के सामने प्रस्तुत होंगे।
It's very unfortunate that this kind of vindictive politics has taken over India, and it's very unfortunate because that's not what a free democracy is, and that's not why our forefathers fought the British. But unfortunately, if you see India today, the way agencies are used against people is very, very disappointing.
Viewers, much more coming up on the side. Sources say FIR registered against former Chhattisgarh CM Bhupesh Baghel and 21 others in the Mahadev app case.
Poll bugle has been sounded. The Election Commission, in its much anticipated briefing, announced the dates for the 2024 elections today. The Lok Sabha polls will be held in 7 phases from April 19th to June 1st. The counting will be held on June 4th.
Schedule of the Lok Sabha poll, phase 1. We'll do it in 7 phases, as was done last time. 7 phases. Phase 1 will start from 20th March notification, 5 days from now. And last date of withdrawal would be 30th March and date of poll would be 19th of April.
The first phase will be held on April 19, when Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Rajasthan, Sikkim, Tamil Nadu, Tripura, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, West Bengal, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Jammu and Kashmir, Lakshadweep and Puducherry will go to polls. The second phase will be held on April 26th, when Assam, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Manipur, Rajasthan, Tripura, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal and Jammu and Kashmir will go to polls.
Compliance with the Supreme Court order, Election Commission of India uploaded the election bond numbers and other data revealing who purchased the bonds and which parties recommend this. This comes, in fact, after the Supreme Court came down heavily on ECI for not publishing all details previously. Bihar Minister Santosh Kumar Suman drops big hint on NDA seats sharing in Bihar, says seat sharing formality is completed. An announcement can be made within the next 24 to 28 hours. DPAP Chief Ghulam Nabi Azad has appealed to the ECI to hold state assembly elections in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Says ECI can conduct Vidhan Sabha polls 1 month after the Lok Sabha elections. Rajasthan Chief Election Commissioner Officer has now has to finalize the voter list for the first 2 phases of Lok Sabha voting on March 27th and April 4th. Rajasthan will go to polls on 19th and 26th of April. And a big jolt to Uttarakhand Congress as Badrinath MLA Rajendra Bhandari jumps ship to the BJP, says was inspired by the vision of PM Modi for the poor. Another jolt to Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena UBT MLC Padavi has jumped ship to join CM Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena. This comes as MVA continues to huddle to settle for seat sharing for the Lok Sabha elections. The RSS Akhil Bharatiya Pratinidhi Sabha has re-elected Dattatreya Hosbale for the post of General Secretary for the period from 2024 to 2027. Dattatreya Hosbale has hailed for the Pran Pratishtha of Ram Lalla, saying that Sri Ram is the civilizational identity of our country. Let's listen in.
श्री राम जन्मभूमि और उस पर एक मंदिर, यह भारत के सभ्यता का प्रतीक है, संस्कृति का प्रतीक है। श्री राम भारत के सिविलाइजेशनल सिंबल है। राम मंदिर इस देश की अस्मिता का प्रतीक है। यह बार बार सिद्ध हुआ है और 22 जनवरी के पौष शुक्ल द्वादशी के कार्यक्रम इसको पुनः सिद्ध करके दिखाया है। तो इससे भी अधिक हमारे लिए एक आनंद की बात यह है कि देश भर में स्वयंसेवक और इस विचार के साथ जुड़े हुए लोगों ने 19 करोड़ से अधिक, लगभग 20 करोड़ तक घरों का संपर्क किया है। यह मुझे लगता है भारत के इतिहास में किसी भी एक अभियान 15 दिन के अंदर जो हुआ है उसमें एक कीर्तिमान है।
Viewers, much more coming up on the other side. Sources say FIR registered against former Chhattisgarh CM Bhupesh Baghel and 21 others in the Mahadev app case.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
उनको चिन्हित करके थ्रेट दिया जा रहा है कि कल जब मीडिया बंधु नहीं रहेंगे और शेख शाहजहां जब वापस आ जाएगा तब आप लोग का क्या होगा।
Welcome back, viewers. Let's get to the other story we are tracking. Now, unidentified assailants have attacked foreign students at the Gujarat University in Ahmedabad while they were offering the evening Ramadan prayers. The attackers also vandalized hostel rooms and resorted to sloganeering and throwing stones. Here's more.
गुजरात यूनिवर्सिटी में लगभग 300 विदेशी छात्र पढ़ते हैं, जिसमें ज़्यादातर अफ्रीका से हैं, कुछ अफगानिस्तान, श्रीलंका, बाकी कंट्रीज से भी हैं। इसका ए ब्लॉक में लगभग 75 विदेशी विद्यार्थी रहते हैं, जहां रात को करीब 10:30 बजे वो लोग बाहर एक होटल पे नमाज पढ़ रहे थे, बैठे हुए थे, नमाज पढ़ रहे थे। कुछ 20 से 25 लोग आए, उन्होंने उनके साथ कहा कि भाई आप यहाँ क्यों नमाज पढ़ रहे हो, आपको ईद मतलब जो मस्जिद वगैरह में पढ़ना चाहिए। इस पर उनकी बोलाचाली हुई और मारामारी हुई। उसके बाद उन्होंने पत्थर फेंके हैं, रूम्स में तोड़फोड़ की है बाहर से जो लोग आए हैं। इसमें पुलिस ने तुरंत कार्रवाई की है। पुलिस 100 नंबर ऊपर रात को 10:51 पे कोई किसी ने फ़ोन किया है यहाँ के बारे में, तुरंत 5 मिनट में 11:56 पर यहाँ PCR वैन आ गई है और आधे घंटे में लोकल पुलिस इंस्पेक्टर भी आ गया है। FIR हमने तुरंत दाखिल कर ली है 20 से 25 लोगों के विरुद्ध में।
Viewers, much more coming up. Sources say FIR registered against former Chhattisgarh CM Bhupesh Baghel and 21 others in the Mahadev app case.
If we extrapolate into the future, Formula E or electric racing will be the norm. So the question is how Formula E reinvents itself to become the leading racing series in the world in a situation in which Formula One might need to go electric too. Then that's the big question mark. And I believe there is space for both, but there is always the strategy, the management, and how to execute all of the priorities of the company will make a difference if Formula E succeed or not. Formula E is in a unique position. Formula E can become the main racing series of the world if done correctly.
Well, yeah, I mean, first of all, he's had a great start, which has been great for him, and the team's we've had our best start as a team since we joined the championship. I hope to obviously catch up a bit, to be honest. I've had an okay start. We've got some good points, but we missed out a few opportunities. But about Nick, yeah, I mean, it's been great working with him. I've known him since I was 6, so the relationship's been strong for many, many years. I mean, he's always loved granola and yogurt. What else? He loves drinking my coffee. He loves coming over to my place in Monaco because I've got a coffee machine, and yeah, I make him a cup of coffee quite often, so he enjoys that.
I work since 7 years now, 8 years, I don't know, together, 7 and probably, 7 years together with him. So there was one problem we never had was consistency. Most just delivering and delivering and delivering. His desire doesn't stop, his quality is anyway there, but then his desire to score just doesn't stop, and he improved in so many aspects since he started here. So that's how it is, he will not stop. Yeah, so I'm less surprised than maybe some others. I thought it already happened, to be honest, in that season, but he was now injured for a while, and that's why he couldn't do that. Otherwise, it would have happened, obviously, in January or February. So great, very good, and how I said, great to have him back. Obviously, coach myself, and spoke now to Brian. There's a quality difference. We don't. That was before the game clear, and if it's always like this. If the team with a higher quality shows good attitude, what we did, then it will be tricky. So where's the chance? I had a long time in my life, obviously worked for a smaller club, not that Sparta is a small club, but I worked in Germany for a smaller club with mine. So you can win games, but you need a little bit help of the opponent. We didn't give any help. So we were really had the boys showed the top attitude, and so it was difficult. And we all know how these things can go.
After Sonia Gandhi exits electoral politics, sources inform Republic that Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and Rahul Gandhi to opt out and not contest from family bastions of Amethi and Raebareli. Sources say FIR registered against former Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel and 21 others in the Mahadev app case. TV summoned to Delhi CM Kejriwal in Delhi liquor policy case. AAP targets agency. Atishi questions why ED did not wait for court order. Delhi Minister Atishi hit out at BJP and PM Modi over ED summons to CM Kejriwal. Says PM is trying to arrest Kejriwal at any cost. Calls probe agencies PM's stooges. Big setback for BRS prior to Lok Sabha polls as Ranjit Reddy resigns from the party and joins Congress in Telangana. Good evening and welcome, friends, to the Sunday edition of Biggest Story Tonight. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, projecting confidence ahead of the Lok Sabha elections, has asked his ministers to draft a roadmap for the first 100 days and next 5 years for a new government. The BJP is hoping for a third straight term in power in elections that were announced yesterday by the Election Commission. Prime Minister also addressed a rally in Andhra Pradesh today, where he said that Viksit Andhra Pradesh will pave way for Viksit Bharat. Listen in.
कल ही देश में लोकसभा चुनाव का बिगुल बजा है और आज मैं आप सबके बीच आंध्र प्रदेश में हूं। यहां मुझे कोटप कोंडा से ब्रह्मा विष्णु और महेश तीनों का आशीर्वाद मिल रहा है। त्रिदेवों के इस आशीर्वाद से हमारी सरकार के तीसरे कार्यकाल में देश और भी बड़े निर्णय लेगा। आप सब देखिए, ये संयोग देखिए, इस बार चुनावों के परिणाम 4 जून को आने वाले हैं। अब पूरा देश कह रहा है 4 जून को 400 पार। विकसित भारत के लिए 400 पार, विकसित आंध्र प्रदेश के लिए 400 पार। नालगो वंदलो दाताली एनडीए की वोट वेयाली। साथियों, हमारा एनडीए गठबंधन रीजनल एस्पिरेशंस और नेशनल प्रोग्रेस दोनों को साथ लेकर चलता है। इस चुनाव में बीजेपी के सहयोग हमारे साथी लगातार बढ़ रहे हैं। एनडीए की ताकत बढ़ रही है। चंद्रबाबू नायडू और पवन कल्याण दोनों लंबे समय से आप लोगों के हक के लिए, आंध्र के विकास के लिए दिन रात आपके लिए काम करते रहे हैं। एनडीए का लक्ष्य है विकसित भारत के लिए विकसित आंध्र प्रदेश का निर्माण। आंध्र प्रदेश में एनडीए की डबल इंजन सरकार होने से यहां के विकास को और गति मिलेगी।
All right, Prime Minister's speech 4 June ko 400 par. And that note, we move on to the next important story of the day, which is the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal was issued a 9th summon by the Enforcement Directorate over the excise policy investigation. That was on Saturday. This time, the ED has issued 2 fresh summons to the Delhi Chief Minister in connection with the investigation in the liquor gate, as also the Delhi Jal Board corruption case. While AAP continues to defend their party chief, terming the ED summons a BJP plot, the BJP has continued its offensive, asking for accountability from the Delhi Chief Minister. Take a look at these developments.
A day after Delhi court granted bail to Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal for skipping 8 ED summons, the Enforcement Directorate has issued a 9th summons to the Aam Aadmi Party chief. This time, the ED has issued 2 summons, one in the connection with the Delhi liquor scam and one in the Delhi Jal Board corruption case. Delhi Minister Atishi came out in defense of her party supremo, alleging that they were oblivious to the existence of the Delhi Jal Board case and that it was all part of a BJP plot to arrest Kejriwal.
ये मामला जल बोर्ड वाला है क्या, ये तो हम भी जानना चाहते हैं। ये किसी को नहीं पता कि ये मामला क्या है, इसमें किस चीज की जांच हो रही है, क्या कह रहे हैं कि क्या घोटाला हुआ, ये किसी को नहीं पता। लेकिन ये समन सिर्फ इसलिए भेजा गया है क्योंकि शायद अब मोदी जी को डाउट होने लग गया है कि पता नहीं एक्साइज पॉलिसी वाले मैटर पे अरविंद केजरीवाल को गिरफ्तार कर पाएंगे कि नहीं कर पाएंगे, क्योंकि उस पे तो अभी कानूनी बहस शुरू हुई है। तो इसलिए ऐसा लगता है कि गिरफ्तारी करने के लिए कोई बैकअप प्लान की शुरुआत हो रही है कि अगर इस मामले में नहीं गिरफ्तार कर पाए तो उस मामले में गिरफ्तार कर लेंगे, दूसरे मामले में नहीं गिरफ्तार कर पाए तो क्या पता 2-4 दिन में एक तीसरा मामला खुल जाए, तीसरे मामले में नहीं गिरफ्तार कर पाए तो कोई चौथा मामला खोल देंगे। देखिए, अगर ये प्रक्रिया कानूनी होती और ये प्रक्रिया जांच के लिए होती, ये प्रक्रिया सच्चाई तक पहुंचने के लिए होती, तो क्यों मोदी जी की एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टोरेट जो ये कानूनी प्रक्रिया चल रही है, जो ये केस चल रहा है राउज एवेन्यू कोर्ट में, उसके कंक्लूजन का वेट क्यों नहीं कर सकती है? जब कोर्ट इस मामले को एग्जामिन कर रहा है तो क्यों उनको और समन पे समन भेजने की जरूरत है? वो खुद कोर्ट गए, हम कोर्ट नहीं गए, हम उनके समन के खिलाफ कोर्ट नहीं गए, ईडी खुद कोर्ट गई और अब वो खुद उस कानूनी प्रक्रिया के खत्म होने का इंतजार नहीं कर रहे। क्यों? क्योंकि मोदी जी अरविंद केजरीवाल को किसी भी हाल में गिरफ्तार करना चाहते हैं। ये समन सिर्फ इसलिए भेजा गया है क्योंकि शायद अब मोदी जी को डाउट होने लग गया है कि पता नहीं एक्साइज पॉलिसी वाले मैटर पे अरविंद केजरीवाल को गिरफ्तार कर पाएंगे कि नहीं कर पाएंगे, क्योंकि उस पे तो अभी कानूनी बहस शुरू हुई है। तो इसलिए ऐसा लगता है कि गिरफ्तारी करने के लिए कोई बैकअप प्लान की शुरुआत हो रही है कि अगर इस मामले में नहीं गिरफ्तार कर पाए तो उस मामले में गिरफ्तार कर लेंगे।
Delhi BJP chief charged back fiercely at the Aam Aadmi Party, saying that the Jal Board matter is bigger than the liquor policy scam.
नया मामला नहीं है, जल बोर्ड भ्रष्टाचार का सबसे बड़ा अड्डा है और मुझे लगता है शराब नीति घोटाले से बड़ा मामला आपको जल बोर्ड का मिलेगा। करोड़ों करोड़ रुपए की लूटपाट जल बोर्ड में मचाई गई है पिछले 8-9 सालों में। अरविंद केजरीवाल जब सत्ता में आए थे तो जल बोर्ड फायदे का सौदा था, 1,000-1,200 करोड़ रुपए प्रॉफिट में था, आज 80,000 करोड़ के लोन पर है। इतना बड़ा गैप अरविंद केजरीवाल ने कर दिया।
Supreme Court advocate and BJP Lok Sabha candidate Basuri Swaraj further attacked the Aam Aadmi Party's narrative on the legality of the summons issued to Arvind Kejriwal.
आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी स्वयं इतने पढ़े लिखे हैं, उनका पूरा मंत्रिमंडल इतने पढ़े लिखे लोगों के साथ है, लेकिन ऐसा लगता है कि जब कानूनी बात आती है ना तो उनका ज्ञान जीरो है। खुद इनकी पार्टी में वकील हैं, पर लगता है शायद उन्होंने केवल LLB की डिग्री करी है, कोर्ट में कभी प्रैक्टिस नहीं करी। आप देखिए, जो जांच हो रही है वो शराब घोटाले की हो रही है, क्योंकि इतना संगीन आरोप है कि आम आदमी पार्टी के लीडर्स ने 100 करोड़ रुपए तक के किकबैक्स लिए हैं, जो आम आदमी पार्टी की गतिविधियों के लिए ही इस्तेमाल हुआ है। जाहिर सी बात है कि आम आदमी पार्टी के सरगना माननीय मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी हैं, इसीलिए उनकी जवाबदेही बनती है, उनको ही जांच में जुड़कर बताना पड़ेगा कि आम आदमी पार्टी इतना ज्यादा करप्शन क्यों कर रही है।
Despite the new summons, Aam Aadmi Party claimed a moral victory after Arvind Kejriwal was forced to attend the Delhi court for his bail.
तो कल की जो तय तारीख थी उस पे अरविंद केजरीवाल जी कोर्ट गए। उन्होंने भारतीय जनता पार्टी के सभी नेताओं को जवाब दे दिया जो बार बार कह रहे थे कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी कोर्ट से भाग रहे हैं, जो बार बार कह रहे थे कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ईडी से भाग रहे हैं। कल दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने उनका मुंह बंद कर दिया।
BJP MP Manoj Tiwari also joined in to slam the Aam Aadmi Party chief's track record by saying he has lost the confidence of the people.
ये अरविंद केजरीवाल का अब सम्मान नहीं है, अब अरविंद केजरीवाल को सिर्फ सम्मान है। 8 सम्मन की अवहेलना के बाद उनको कोर्ट की शरण में जाना पड़ा कि न्यायपालिका हमें बचाए, और न्यायपालिका थोड़ी देर के लिए राहत दी, चलो भाई 8 सम्मन में नहीं गए तो थोड़ा देर के लिए बेल देते हैं, लेकिन फिर से कहा गया जाकर के इन्वेस्टिगेशन में शामिल होइए।
The AAP Supremo has consistently stated that the cases against him in the Liquorgate probe were false. After skipping 8 summons of the ED in the excise policy scam, Will Arvind Kejriwal respect the ED summons in the Delhi Jal Board case? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
All right, we're similar short break on the other side after Sonia Gandhi exits electoral politics. Sources inform Republic that both Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and Rahul are likely to opt out of the contest from the family bastions of Amethi and Raebareli. Also, sources say FIR registered against former Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel and 21 others in the Mahadev app case.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
Protest that started by the refugees living in various settlements across the national capital went on for over an hour, where Delhi police tried to pacify the protesters who were all up in arms against the anti-CA sentiments that has been echoed by the Congress and the India Alliance partner. Joining me right now are some of the protesters who are now leaving the protest site. जो आप लोगों ने अपना प्रोटेस्ट किया है, ये पहले तो मुझे ये बताइए कि ये किस आक्रोश में हुआ है और कितने और लोग आपके साथ?
हमारे साथ हम पाकिस्तान से आए, कम से कम 300-400 बंदे हैं पाकिस्तान से आए, मगर 10-11 साल हो गए यहाँ रहते हुए। तो अभी
All right, welcome back, viewers. The Gandhis seem to have decided to entirely bypass their family bastions of Amethi and Raebareli, with both Rahul declining to return to Amethi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra refusing to fight from Raebareli. Party members, in fact, have been instructed not to engage in activities in these constituencies in the name of Gandhi, is what sources suggest. This move marks a significant departure for the Gandhis from their historical ties with Amethi and Raebareli. Take a look at this report.
The battle for 2024 has officially kicked off, with the ECI announcing the poll schedule.
फेज 1 का शेड्यूल एक दिन से हमें 2 बार करना पड़ रहा है। फिर बिहार के लिए वहां एक फेस्टिवल है, तो नोटिफिकेशन की डेट सेम है, लेकिन बस लास्ट डेट ऑफ विड्रॉल हमें 30 मार्च की जगह 2 अप्रैल सिर्फ बिहार की फर्स्ट फेज के लिए करनी पड़ रही है, क्योंकि वहां त्योहार है। और पूरी कंट्री में 4 जून को काउंटिंग होगी।
The NDA is ramping up poll preparations to achieve its target of 400 par. Meanwhile, sources have informed Republic that the Gandhis have decided to abandon the bastions. Sources say Rahul Gandhi has refused to fight from Amethi, whereas Priyanka Vadra has said no to Raebareli. Meanwhile, former J&K CM Ghulam Nabi Azad reacted to the speculation and said Congress won those seats because of support from the BSP and SP.
BSP और समाजवादी 98 का पहला इलेक्शन है सोनिया जी का, तब से आज तक दोनों छोड़ते आए हैं, और राहुल गांधी का इलेक्शन 2004 से आज तक दोनों को छोड़ते आए हैं। अब वो जाने, लेकिन आपका जनरल नॉलेज हूँ कि एक 25 साल से छोड़ते आए, एक 20 साल से छोड़ते।
BJP candidate for Amethi, Smriti Irani, also hit out at the Congress for delaying the candidate announcement.
जो कहते हैं कि अमेठी गांधी खानदान का गढ़ है, वो अपने ओर से एक कैंडिडेट देने में इतना समय क्यों लगा रहे हैं? तो उनका लैक ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस ही आपको बताता है कि अमेठी अब कांग्रेस बैस्टियन नहीं रही है। अगर वो दो सीटों से लड़ते हैं तो इसका मतलब वो अमेठी से अपनी हार को ऑलरेडी चुनाव होने से पहले ही घोषित कर रहे हैं।
With Congress getting booted out of Kerala by CPI and Gandhis refusing to fight from their traditional seats, are Rahul and Priyanka running out of options? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
As the election poll dates have been announced, both the NDA and the Indie bloc are setting pieces on the electoral chessboard, with the NDA seemingly at an advantage and the Indie bloc trying to play catch-up. Here's more on this story in this report on what's really happened through the last 24 hours.
The date sheet for the big elections finale has been announced, and the nation has gone into an election frenzy. With the elections around the corner, the BJP is confident of a win, a big win.
अब की बार 400 पार।
In 2019, Prime Minister made a promise.
नौजवान भी बोल रहा है, बुजुर्ग भी बोल रहे हैं, महिलाएं भी बोल रही हैं, शहर वाले भी बोल रहे हैं, किसान भी बोल रहा है, मजदूर भी बोल रहा है। अब की बार 400 पार। अब की बार
And delivered, only to now up the bar for his party.
अब की बार 400 पार। अब की बार
A thought echoed by many others in the party. The NDA standing at a majestic 341 is much closer to its tally with 38.5% vote share. Indie, now seemingly in disarray, is far from the magic number at 119 seats, much below the 272 seat mark. The Congress, the principal party in the Lok Sabha, does not have the 50 seats in Lok Sabha, while the BJP sits at a handsome 303. With the poll dates announced, it appears that the BJP's election machinery is set for the kill, and the opposition still undecided on many key issues. It is not difficult to see where the elections are headed. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
All right, moving on, the RSS Akhil Bharatiya Pratinidhi Sabha re-elected Dattatreya Hosbale for the post of General Secretary for the period from 2024 to 2027. Hosbale hailed Pran Pratishtha of Ramlala, saying Sri Ram is the civilizational identity of the country after taking over the post for another 3 years. Let's listen into this 1-minute report on the developments within the RSS.
श्री राम जन्मभूमि और उस पर एक मंदिर, यह भारत के सभ्यता का प्रतीक है, संस्कृति का प्रतीक है। श्री राम भारत के सिविलाइजेशनल सिंबल है। राम मंदिर इस देश की अस्मिता का प्रतीक है। यह बार बार सिद्ध हुआ है और 22 जनवरी के पौष शुक्ल द्वादशी के कार्यक्रम इसको पुनः सिद्ध करके दिखाया है। तो इससे भी अधिक हमारे लिए एक आनंद की बात यह है कि देश भर में स्वयंसेवक और इस विचार के साथ जुड़े हुए लोगों ने 19 करोड़ से अधिक, लगभग 20 करोड़ तक घरों का संपर्क किया है। यह मुझे लगता है भारत के इतिहास में किसी भी एक अभियान 15 दिन के अंदर जो हुआ है उसमें एक कीर्तिमान है।
Right, moving on, top rough stories of what else is happening in the country. In compliance with the Supreme Court Directive, Election Commission of India uploaded the election bond numbers and other data revealing who purchased the bonds and which parties redeemed them. This comes after the SC came down heavily on ECI for not publishing all details previously. Bihar Minister Santosh Kumar Suman drops big hint on NDA seat sharing in Bihar. Says seat sharing formality is completed. An announcement can be made in the next 24 to 28 hours.
सीट शेयरिंग सही समय पर आप लोगों को बता दिया जाएगा। सीट शेयरिंग की भी औपचारिकता जो होती है पूरी कर गई है, सिर्फ ऐलान बाकी है और हम समझते हैं कि 24 से 48 घंटे के बीच में ऐलान संभव है और हम लोग सब मिल करके एक साथ जॉइंट पीसी करके ऐलान करेंगे।
DPAP Chief Ghulam Nabi Azad appeals to the ECI to hold state assembly elections in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Says ECI can conduct Vidhan Sabha or assembly polls 1 month after the Lok Sabha elections.
मैं इलेक्शन कमीशन और सरकार से निवेदन करूंगा कम से कम 1 महीने के बाद तुरंत इलेक्शन विधानसभा के इलेक्शन की कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए। पूरे 10 साल भी हो जाएंगे 2 इलेक्शनों के बीच में, जो कि बनबास के करीबी से आ जाता है। तो ये बनबास शायद जम्मू कश्मीर के वोटरों का और लीडरों का खत्म हो जाए।
Rajasthan Chief Electoral Officer is to finalize voter list for the first 2 phases of Lok Sabha voting on March 27th and April 4th. Rajasthan will go to polls on 19th and 26th of April. Another big jolt to Uttarakhand Congress as Badrinath MLA Rajendra Bhandari jumps ship to the BJP. Says was inspired by the vision of Prime Minister Modi for the poor. In another jolt to Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena UBT, MLC Asamasya Padvi jumps ship to join CM Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena. This comes as MVA continues to huddle to settle for seat sharing for the Lok Sabha elections. A big update in the Mahadev betting app scam investigation. The Economic Offences Wing of Raipur in Chhattisgarh has registered an FIR naming former Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel and 15 others. Republic exclusively accessed the FIR that revealed the complex nexus of criminal conspiracy with the money laundering allegation amounting to over 6,000 crores. The FIR also accused Congress leaders and state machinery of taking protection money for facilitating the crime. Here's a report on the developments.
An FIR has been registered against former Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel in the Mahadev online betting app scam. The police have attached statements that allege that state Congress leaders and police officers were involved in helping the accused in the illegal betting business by taking protection money. This comes months after the Mahadev betting app scam was uncovered, in which online betting app was used to earn over 450 crores monthly in illegal betting since 2020. Republic accessed the FIR copy, revealing stark details of the illegal betting operation, the proceeds of which could be well over 6,000 crores.
In the Mahadev betting app scandal, the heat against former Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh Bhupesh Baghel has increased. The trouble has mounted after an FIR has been registered by the Economic Offence Wing of Raipur under the relevant sections of breach of trust, forgery and cheating. Remember the Mahadev betting app scandal, which is valued at the tunes of over 6,000 crores. The several serious allegations have been made against Bhupesh Baghel, which is under the sections of 120B 34 and relevant sections of the PMLA Act as well.
Former Chief Minister Baghel is now stuck in the center of the scam. He has been charged for cheating, criminal conspiracy, breach of trust and forgery. Apart from Bhupesh Baghel, 16 others, including Mahadev app promoters, Saurabh Chandrakar and Ravi Uppal, have been named in the FIR. This after the Financial Crimes Investigation Agency alleged that Bhupesh Baghel had received a 508 crore bribe from the Mahadev app promoters. Claiming innocence in the matter, former Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel brushed the matter as political vendetta.
जो अभी 14 कंपनियों के साथ हुआ, अभी दिल्ली में 450 गिरफ्तारियां की, उसको लुकआउट सर्कुलर जारी कराया और उसके गूगल को हमने पत्र लिखा है बंद कराया जाए, भारत सरकार को भी चिट्ठी लिखी इसको बंद कराया जाए, विधानसभा में इसके खिलाफ कड़े कानून लाए। तो प्रोटेक्शन कैसे हुआ? प्रोटेक्शन तो वो है जिन राज्यों में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकारें चल रही है और वहां एक भी कार्रवाई नहीं हो रही है और महादेव वहां चल रहा है, वहां जरूर मिल रहा होगा प्रोटेक्शन।
With the Congress now stuck in another corruption storm, this time in Chhattisgarh, how much will the FIR on Baghel hurt Congress's prospects in the state ahead of the Lok Sabha elections? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
All right, a short break on the other side. Big setback for BRS prior to the Lok Sabha polls as Ranjit Reddy resigns from the party and joins Congress.
I am very, very happy to announce that Niva Bupa Health Insurance has come on board as Republic TV's studio partner. Niva Bupa Health Insurance is the fastest growing company among standalone health insurance players in India. It has also provided health insurance coverage to 1.1 crore people in India and settled over 15 lakh claims, processing one claim every 60 seconds. So we are delighted to be partnering with them.
We are concerned about the notification of the Citizenship Amendment Act on March 11. We are closely monitoring this act, how this act will be implemented. Respect for religious freedom and equal treatment under the law for all communities are fundamental democratic principles.
Time to welcome the doyen of Indian private banking, the legendary Mr. K.V. Kamath. He's been Bharat's most dependable troubleshooter through every banking crisis, from using his personal interventions to turn the tide between a deal and no deal, to grooming the next gen of private banking talent of India, to infusing technology and digitalization into Indian private banking. Mr. Kamath today will give us a perspective on how Bharat will sail through the jet stream. And we've got a short audio visual here that we'd like to share with you quickly.
India will become a global financial center in the coming years. That is because the growth that we see in India, continued 10% growth momentum, and acceleration in terms of economic development would make this a very large economy, which will warrant its own global financial center. But leading to it, we will have to take several steps. These would primarily include deepening of our various markets, whether they be currency markets, debt markets, or equity markets, and providing freer flows into the country and out of the country. I think once this happens, India will become a major global financial center.
There was never a better time to have been born an Indian, and I mean it with all sincerity, because no other country has today a runway of another 25 years, whether it is in infrastructure, whether it is in manufacturing, whether it is in every area of operation, and all this happening at a time when technology is changing at a dramatic pace and will drive everything that we do.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. K.V. Kamath, the pillar by himself, the doyen of Indian private banking, who will be in conversation with the business editor, Republic TV, Sharmila Bhowmik.
It's a real honor to be on the same stage with Mr. K.V. Kamath. Not only he is one of the major architects of India's financial system, but he is someone who has actually seen the entire economy of India boom over the last couple of decades. Welcome, sir, to the Republic Summit. So there has been never a better time to discuss the Indian economy. The Q3 GDP figures are stunning. Despite the global, turmoil, how is it that India is doing everything right? What are the factors driving our story?
Thank you for having me here today. That's a very interesting question, because it has surprised everybody who has observed economic development that you have turmoil in the developed countries, whereas we have bucked the trend. And of course, there's turmoil in other developing countries too. I think this is primarily because of resolute action by A, the government, and B, the regulators, who have played an important role in guiding this whole transition through the challenges. First COVID, and then we have had the situation in Europe. And I think we have, and it has taught us something, that we in a way can get disconnected from what is happening in the West and drive our own agenda. Again, to paraphrase what the Honorable Prime Minister says, Atmanirbharta. I think Atmanirbharta is a core component of why we have done as well as we have done to the crisis. I'll give a data point. I think COVID was a crisis everywhere, but we came out of COVID with probably 25% better productivity at our manufacturing level than we ever had. So I think Indian industry, Indian entrepreneurs, the Indian spirit learned to manage change. And I think we have now, we will not let it go.
Right. So the theme of today's summit is Bharat, the next decade. We see the growth map for India charted out pretty well. But what are the factors beyond CapEx which can actually put force behind this growth?
I think there's a combination of several things that is required to drive this whole thing. And A, primarily there is, I would say, talent. People need to get together to drive progress. And of course, CapEx follows. The people equation, as I was saying, is the key to growth, apart from the CapEx that you mentioned. And there are a whole lot of drivers that we never imagined would propel us. And I would add, digital is the third key to our CapEx in hard infrastructure, CapEx in manufacturing, digital India, and talent. I think these, put together will drive us forward. Just to put it in context, on the manufacturing front, the large industries now, by and large, can meet their growth aspirations through internal cash generation. That is cash that the company throws up every year. It was not so just 20 years back. 20 years back, they said, we'll put up 1 2 will come as debt, no longer. They say that we can put up the entire investment. Infrastructure is where I think most effort is now being put, and government leads. And government has been leading, for example, in the road sector. It's entirely government-led. In the rail sector, entirely government-led. But then as you go along to other sectors, let's take telecom, private sector is leading. Ports, airports, private sector is leading. Power, again, government and private sector is leading. Green energy, again, I would say joint efforts by government and this. So there is very interesting play that is happening in terms of sectors that need government support are getting government support and government push. Other sectors are encouraged to be driven by private sector. And then comes digital, which we have actually not counted so far. My assessment is that at this point in time, probably digital is contributing 8 to 10% of our GDP. In a full, I would say, developed stage, and that stage, given what heard the honorable ministers say, I think probably is 5 years away. A full digital force in India, that should contribute between 20 to 30% to the GDP, not of the GDP, to the GDP. Now you're looking at the last numbers, 8.4% was the number, and a lot of people are surprised, and most analysts had the number much lower. I was not surprised. I was expecting that number. And my own assessment is that the base is now going to be reset. So 8.5% is now going to be the base level of growth. And to that, I would add that 20-25% that will come from digital India. All its avatars as it well, everything, not just digital finance, but the entire digital spectrum. And if you add that 20-25% to 8.5%, you are well into double digits. Now you are well into double digits, the Viksit Bharat dream comes true, because you are compounding every 7 years then in terms of your GDP. So 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16 in 2 turns, just 2 turns. And you are then into a different orbit, as it were. So I'm extremely bullish that what we have seen so far is not a flash in the pan. A lot of steps have been taken. Industries have become much more efficient, much more productive, and now they have the full support of the government. Interest rates have been kept, I would say, at a very nominal level or attractive level, and you have got a growth runway. Because there is so much to be built in India that the 25-year runway, which was first, again, in a way, identified and articulated by the Honorable Prime Minister, appears absolutely something that is doable. You look around and we can see there is enough effort we need to put in for next 25 years. Because a lot of growth stories die down or peter away because there is nothing to invest on. But we will have a very long runway to invest on. So I would think that we are on the absolutely right track, and we should progress on this track for the foreseeable future.
So while we are very bullish on this entire digital story of India, we have recently been witnessing some negativities emerging out of this because of lack of regulation, the entire fintech industry, which has tremendous potential. But what do you think, to your mind, needs to be done so that stuff like Paytm doesn't recur in this country?
I won't talk of any companies, but let me put it in the regulatory context, because we have grown through regulation, at least in my career, over 52 years. But at least last 30 years, I've seen it at close quarters. I think the regulator knows the pulse. The regulator has got everything that needs to be regulated out there and is on top of the situation. Now, if we have slipped as a company, it is the regulator who will point out to us that you have slipped, and corrective action has to be taken. And this is true anywhere in the world. We are no different in terms of regulatory action. So if digital businesses find that they probably have not met the expectation of the regulator, it is for them to correct, not for the regulator to ease regulation, because regulation is out there for a good purpose, and we will have to meet it. And I think business people are smart. They will very quickly course correct, read the regulator and do what is right for their companies and for the nation. Banks have done it for all these years, so I don't think there is anything lacking in regulation. Regulation is in sync with what is happening around the world, and I think we will course correct where required.
But is there a sort of pressure on the existing banking system because of the fintechs to digitalize very fast? Because a lot of funds are being exhausted by the banks also to take to the digital route very fast.
Indeed there is pressure. In fact, if I were a CEO of a bank today, I would be scared. I would be scared at the pace of change that is happening. Let's not make it into a long this one. Let's take just one piece. Banks made their money on what we called payment transactions. Because in the payment transaction, you had a float. The float, you didn't pay interest. That was a large part of what you lent, and that earned you returns. So that float has virtually vanished. Because with the UPI and the payment systems that we have today, it is straight through. So the bank doesn't have a float. So there is disruption in one key area of banking. And of course, then you will look out for what are the other key areas. For example, just one more area, lending. Lending to the retail public. Again, what the Honorable Minister put out earlier today, just 2 sessions back, where he said that common street vendor now gets funding, all through a digital platform. So again, the retail side of the business is, I would think today, in the hands of digital players. So if the banks don't correct on these two, one, you don't correct on your payment architecture, and B, you don't correct on your retail lending architecture, you are then left with possibly only the corporate. But the corporate also is going to go to the capital market. So banks could be under threat unless they reinvent themselves. But I'm sure they will.
So the biggest story out of India's financial markets, it's recently hit the 4th level globally. But what is this good news for the banks? Because again, people would want to invest more in the markets, so there will be less savings. What is your take on that?
No, I think savings can be in several ways. Savings could be through a bank account. So the bank deposits, savings could be through a mutual fund account. And the savings could be through long-term savings, through your pension and or your insurance that you put in. So, and all these are holistically required, in a holistic way, required for a country to grow. You can't just have bank deposits because the nature of bank deposits is short-term. Short-term doesn't really lend itself to, funding long-term projects. So you have a basic conflict. So to lend long-term projects, you require long-term funding, and that comes from pension and insurance and the mutual fund route via the equity and so on. And that's now happening. And that's growing at actually at a pace faster than banks. So this is again a shift that is happening, which is good for the country because you'll get the type of funds that you require for growth and not just end up having short-term funds, which when you lend for long-term creates an imbalance, as it were. Or in banking parlance, we call it an ALM mismatch. So I think things are happening in a very holistic way now. And which again gives me confidence that 8% plus growth, plus is digital, should be achievable.
So artificial intelligence is a huge buzzword worldwide, but for the banking system, it's a mix of good and bad because just as a lot of the banking work and interfaces are going to be automated, I believe there will be also job erosions. How is our Indian banking system adapting to AI?
It's an interesting question because I thought the same thing 25 years back. So we built a lot of back offices because you said the branch is not going to do the work, the back offices will do the work. And within 5 years, the branch didn't do the work. We thought the back office would do the work. The back office didn't do the work. It became straight through. Because when you transacted your, what you transacted hit your account, and then basically the account got squared up. So you did not need a back office to do the work for you. So this is natural progression. And in all this, the banking employment has not stopped, has not come down. It's only increasing. Banking attrition has not stopped. It is now 20-25%. So you need more people as we go along. And when we imagine in India today, which is a 4 trillion economy, and just imagine it at 8 trillion, your banking needs are not going to double. They're going to probably triple. And then you take one more turn from 8 to 16, you can imagine the sort of change that's required. And the change is not linear. This is just doubling of GDP, but the actual requirement of effort in terms of banking, in terms of technology, people, is probably going to be 3x at each turn. So I think there's going to be a huge driver here.
Is it entirely going to be a digital experience? How are we going to become financially inclusive through the digital play?
I think it's going to be almost entirely digital. I can't see anybody going into a branch to withdraw money anymore. It will be a digital experience. I would dare say that you will not even go to an ATM to withdraw money. We talk of 5 to 7 years from now. Your wallet is your phone is your instrument for transaction. And it is not just banking. The entire financial services play is going to be on this. Whether it's your mutual fund, whether it is your insurance, or whether it's your pension, everything will be in your... and today, actually, you can open a bank account in less than 5 minutes with just your device. You don't need to go into a bank. So who would want to go into a branch? So some of the, I would say, challenges that are there with digital, I think in the next 1 year will be eased out to make everybody comfortable to use digital. So I see a digital India going future.
Mr. KV Kamath is open to one question from Mr. Pai. He has a request for you. So if you can take that question, sir.
This is a question for you. Do you think in the next 5 years, we will have enough surplus and abundance of capital in this country for investments for all sort of businesses?
Yvonne, that's again a great question. Answer is yes. The answer is yes, because you today have clean balance sheets. Corporates have clean balance sheets. The top 150 corporates have no debt in this country. Banks have clean balance sheets. Nowhere in the world, I'll repeat it, nowhere in the world today do you have banks with as clean balance sheets as we. NPAs less than 0.5% and capital adequacy of 17 to 18%. Nowhere. I don't see a shortage, particularly when we grow at 8% plus.
So artificial intelligence, digital India, very good news for the Indian economy, and we are doing a couple of things right. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. KV Kamath.
Thank you. Thank you.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates: IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
Yeah, we don't have another option. Yeah, it looks like a little bit tradition, no? 3 years in a row, so playing the king of the competition because winning 14 Champions League. But yeah, it's what it is. Hopefully we can arrive in a good moment, and still few weeks before the first game in Madrid, and yeah, we'll see. Well, he's not ready. He already played in Anfield with some problems, but he's getting better. He's not ready for tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure with the. So we spoke with a manager from Belgium, from Domenico Tedesco, and he decided, and that's why I'm grateful, because he didn't feel good and can recover for the last part of the season.
This is Republic Niva Bhupa Studio, your one stop for all the breaking updates. I am Rakshita Mishra.
We are joined by BJP leader Manjinder Singh Sirsa as he met Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar today and filed and gave a complaint against Arvind Kejriwal. Sirsa sir, the first question to you, that Arvind Kejriwal has been using harsh words against those who were persecuted in their country and had taken shelter in our country, and the protests have also geared up in national capital in several places.
So that is the reason we met CEC and Election Commissioners today here in Delhi. We have requested the Election Commission that this kind of statement by Arvind Kejriwal is spreading a hate among other communities against Sikhs, against Hindus, by saying that अगर इनको रहने का मौका भारत में नागरिकता मिलेगी तो ये बलात्कार कर देंगे बच्चियों का. By saying this कि अगर ये आपके घर के सामने घर बनाएंगे तो आपकी बच्चियां असुरक्षित हो जाएंगी, अपने घर से निकल नहीं पाएंगी. By saying that कि आपके रोजगार छीन लेंगे. By saying this कि ये लोग पाकिस्तान और अफगानिस्तान से जो आए हैं ये घुसपैठिए हैं, इन्होंने गैरकानूनी काम करे हैं. हमारे बच्चों और बच्चियों के ऊपर इसका बहुत बड़ा असर हो रहा है. हमारी सिख कम्युनिटी जो है अफगानिस्तान से जो आई है, पाकिस्तान से आई है, वो आज हमें सुबह आकर मिले भी थे. दे मेट अस yesterday also. They raised this issue, and for that sake we have raised this issue before the Honorable Chief Election Commissioner and Election Commission of India. So they assured us that they will take action. We have requested them that all these tweets, all these videos on X, posted on X and Facebook, should be immediately withdrawn, removed, and strictest punishment should be given to Arvind Kejriwal, who is spreading hate against community.
Would you want to speak on the vote bank politics? He has been stating that BJP is doing all this to imply the vote bank in favor of BJP in the upcoming Lok Sabha election and the other state assembly elections.
I'm shocked about his statement. Those people who are getting the citizenship will not be voter of 2024 elections, first of all. Secondly, yes, it is for the election purpose, no doubt, but this is done by Arvind Kejriwal. Arvind Kejriwal is doing for politics because by giving this kind of statements against Sikhs and Hindus, he wants to get a vote of a particular religion, a particular community, who has now turned their tables towards Arvind Kejriwal, and now they are a voter, they want to vote for Rahul Gandhi. So that is the reason that Arvind Kejriwal is blaming us. Arvind Kejriwal is speaking foul language against Sikhs and Hindus. That is the reason he is spreading hate against Hindu and Sikhs.
Mr. Sirsa, will BJP also go on ground and protest against Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party? Because we are looking at is that these refugees are right now protesting outside Kejriwal's residence and at India Gate.
I must tell you, we all are refugees here. Even I am a refugee. Delhi is built by refugees. Arvind Kejriwal came to power by the vote of refugees. 100,000 of refugees has voted for Arvind Kejriwal. And now he is saying our refugees are rapists. Refugees dange karenge. I'm shocked to hear this kind of a statement by Arvind Kejriwal, and the sole purpose is the particular, which I already said, the particular community's vote is the sole purpose to blame us and to put us in a bad light so that he can gain the votes of and confidence of that particular community, religion.
So this is Manjinder Singh Sirsa. Manjinder Singh Sirsa, BJP leader, clearly stating that the election commissioner has assured to take relevant action against the harsh words which has come from the Aam Aadmi Party leader and Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal against the Sikh refugees in the country and who are residing in national capital. Harshit Anwani along with video journalist Ranveer for Republic TV.
उनको चिन्हित करके थ्रेट दिया जा रहा है कि कल जब मीडिया बंधु नहीं रहेंगे और शेख शाहजहां जब वापस आ जाएगा तब आप लोग का क्या होगा.
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studio, your one-stop for all the breaking news updates, and I am Nikita Sahai.
Every country which is offering free healthcare has a very high tax to GDP ratio of 25% to 45%. Our country has a tax to GDP ratio of 11%, 11.5%. It's simply not possible. And the third reason why India can't dream of free healthcare is because these countries are already spending more than 10% of the GDP on healthcare. And we are hardly spending 1.5% of the GDP.
Viewers, you watching Republic TV. I'm Shubhangi Shukla getting you the latest this Sunday as we keep getting you top updates. So we are counting down to the Lok Sabha elections, and after the dates have been announced, we are seeing big political moves being made. We'll get you up to speed with what's happening, but first the headlines we're tracking right now. After Sonia Gandhi exits electoral politics, sources inform Republic that Priyanka Vadra and Rahul Gandhi opt to not contest from family Bastions Amethi and Raebareli. Sources say FIR registered against former Chhattisgarh CM Bhupesh Baghel and 21 others in the Mahadev app case. 9th ED summoned Delhi CM Kejriwal in Delhi liquor policy case. Aam Aadmi Party targets agency. Atishi questions why ED is not waiting for court order.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को सिर्फ एक चीज से मतलब है कि किसी ना किसी तरीके से चुनाव से पहले अरविंद केजरीवाल को जेल में डाल दो.
Atishi hits out at BJP and PM Modi over ED summons to CM Kejriwal. And big setback for BRS prior to Lok Sabha polls as Ranjit Reddy resigns from BRS and joins the Congress. Viewers, PM Modi has been projecting confidence ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. He has asked his ministers to draft a roadmap for the next 100 days and next 5 years for a new government. The BJP is in fact hoping for a third straight term in power in the elections that were announced yesterday by the Election Commission. And not just that, the Prime Minister has addressed a joint rally in Andhra Pradesh where he said that a Viksit Andhra will pave the way for Viksit Bharat.
इस देश में लोकसभा चुनाव का बिगुल बजा है और आज मैं आप सबके बीच आंध्र प्रदेश में हूं. यहां मुझे कोटप कोंडा से ब्रह्मा, विष्णु और महेश तीनों का आशीर्वाद मिल रहा है. त्रिदेवों के इस आशीर्वाद से हमारी सरकार के तीसरे कार्यकाल में देश और भी बड़े निर्णय लेगा. आप सब देखिए, ये संयोग देखिए, इस बार चुनावों के परिणाम 4 जून को आने वाले हैं. अब पूरा देश कह रहा है 4 जून को 400 पार. विकसित भारत के लिए 400 पार, विकसित आंध्र प्रदेश के लिए 400 पार, नालगो वन्नलू दाटाली एनडीए की वोटू वेयाली। साथियों, हमारा एनडीए गठबंधन रीजनल एस्पिरेशंस और नेशनल प्रोग्रेस दोनों को साथ लेकर चलता है। इस चुनाव में बीजेपी के सहयोग हमारे साथी लगातार बढ़ रहे हैं। एनडीए की ताकत बढ़ रही है। चंद्रबाबू नायडू और पवन कल्याण दोनों लंबे समय से आप लोगों के हक के लिए, आंध्र के विकास के लिए दिन रात आपके लिए काम करते रहे हैं। एनडीए का लक्ष्य है विकसित भारत के लिए विकसित आंध्र प्रदेश का निर्माण। आंध्र प्रदेश में एनडीए की डबल इंजन सरकार होने से यहां के विकास को और गति मिलेगी। आंध्र के मेरे प्यारे भाइयों बहनों, आप ये गलती कभी मत करना कि आंध्र में जगन की पार्टी और कांग्रेस पार्टी अलग है। ये दोनों एक ही है। एक परिवार के लोग ही दोनों पार्टी चला रहे हैं और ये उनकी मिली भगत है कि जो सरकार के प्रति गुस्सा है वो थोड़ा गुस्सा कांग्रेस की तरफ चला जाए ताकि एनडीए के लोगों को लाभ न मिले। तो ये दोनों की चालाकी है। ये दोनों एक ही चट्टे बट्टे के आजू बाजू है। कोई गलती मत करना। साथियों, अगले 5 साल आंध्र प्रदेश के तेज विकास के लिए बहुत जरूरी है। अगले 5 साल विकसित आंध्र की नींव मजबूत करने वाले होंगे। अगले 5 साल आंध्र प्रदेश में गरीब कल्याण की योजनाओं के विस्तार के होंगे। अगले 5 साल आंध्र के युवाओं, यहां की महिलाओं को नए अवसर देने वाले होंगे। अगले 5 साल आंध्र प्रदेश में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट को नई ऊंचाई पर ले जाने वाले होंगे। अगले 5 साल आंध्र प्रदेश में पोर्ट लेड डेवलपमेंट के होंगे, ब्लू इकोनॉमी के विस्तार के होंगे और इसलिए आपको डबल इंजन की सरकार के लिए आंध्र की विधानसभा में और दिल्ली में लोकसभा के लिए वोट करना है। आपको विकसित भारत के लिए वोट करना है।
And viewers, as election polls dates have been announced, both the NDA and the Indie bloc are settling pieces on the electoral chessboard, with the NDA seemingly at an advantage and the Indie bloc trying to play catch-up. Here's more.
The date sheet for the big elections finale has been announced, and the nation has gone into an election frenzy. With the elections around the corner, the BJP is confident of a win. a big win.
अब की बार 400 पार.
In 2019, Prime Minister made a promise.
नौजवान भी बोल रहा है, बुजुर्ग भी बोल रहे हैं, महिलाएं भी बोल रही हैं, शहर वाले भी बोल रहे हैं, किसान भी बोल रहा है, मजदूर भी बोल रहा है. अब की बार 400 पार. अब की बार
And delivered, only to now up the bar for his party.
अब की बार 400 पार. अब की बार.
A thought echoed by many others in the party. The NDA standing at a majestic 341 is much closer to its tally with 38.5% vote share. India, now seemingly in disarray, is far from the magic number at 119 seats, much below the 272 seat mark. The Congress, the principal party in the Lok Sabha, does not have the 50 seats in Lok Sabha, while the BJP sits at a handsome 303. With the poll dates announced, it appears that the BJP's election machinery is set for the kill, and the opposition still undecided on many key issues. It is not difficult to see where the elections are headed. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
And Aam Aadmi Party leader and Delhi Minister Atishi has said that the ED has summoned Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal to join some investigation related to the Delhi Jal Board. Meanwhile, the ED has issued a summon to Kejriwal for tomorrow under Section 50 of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act in the Delhi Jal Board case. ED is probing illegal tendering in Delhi Jal Board and laundering of alleged proceeds of crime. Listen to the reactions that we're getting on the story.
ये मामला जल बोर्ड वाला है क्या, ये तो हम भी जानना चाहते हैं. ये किसी को नहीं पता कि ये मामला क्या है, इसमें किस चीज की जांच हो रही है, क्या कह रहे हैं कि क्या घोटाला हुआ, ये किसी को नहीं पता. लेकिन ये समन सिर्फ इसलिए भेजा गया है क्योंकि शायद अब मोदी जी को डाउट होने लग गया है कि पता नहीं एक्साइज पॉलिसी वाले मैटर पे अरविंद केजरीवाल को गिरफ्तार कर पाएंगे कि नहीं कर पाएंगे, क्योंकि उस पे तो अभी कानूनी बहस शुरू हुई है. तो इसलिए ऐसा लगता है कि गिरफ्तारी करने के लिए कोई बैकअप प्लान की शुरुआत हो रही है कि अगर इस मामले में नहीं गिरफ्तार कर पाए तो उस मामले में गिरफ्तार कर लेंगे, दूसरे मामले में नहीं गिरफ्तार कर पाए तो क्या पता 2-4 दिन में एक तीसरा मामला खुल जाए, तीसरे मामले में नहीं गिरफ्तार कर पाए तो कोई चौथा मामला खोल देंगे. देखिए, अगर ये प्रक्रिया कानूनी होती और ये प्रक्रिया जांच के लिए होती, ये प्रक्रिया सच्चाई तक पहुंचने के लिए होती, तो क्यों मोदी जी की इन्फोर्समेंट डायरेक्टोरेट जो ये कानूनी प्रक्रिया चल रही है, जो ये केस चल रहा है राउज एवेन्यू कोर्ट में, उसके कंक्लूजन का वेट क्यों नहीं कर सकती है? जब कोर्ट इस मामले को एग्जामिन कर रहा है तो क्यों उनको और समन पे समन भेजने की जरूरत है? वो खुद कोर्ट गए, हम कोर्ट नहीं गए, हम उनके समन के खिलाफ कोर्ट नहीं गए, ईडी खुद कोर्ट गई और अब वो खुद उस कानूनी प्रक्रिया के खत्म होने का इंतजार नहीं कर रहे. क्यों? क्योंकि मोदी जी अरविंद केजरीवाल को किसी भी हाल में गिरफ्तार करना चाहते हैं.
देखिए, जो लीगल टीम है अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की, वो उस समन का अध्ययन कर रही है, उसके वजन का अध्ययन कर रही है, उसकी वैधानिकता को समझ रही है, और ये तीनों ही चीजों को समझने के बाद जो भी न्याय संगत होगा, विधि संगत होगा, और जरूरी नहीं कि यह सब कुछ भाजपा संगत हो, वो किया जाएगा. निश्चित मैं आपको बता तो रहा हूं कि अब यह तयशुदा है, ये हर दीवार पे लिखा सबसे बड़ा सच है इस देश का. जैसे भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने ईडी, सीबीआई, आईटी का दुरुपयोग किया, इन एजेंसियों का इस्तेमाल किया, इस्तेमाल किया अपने विरोधियों को जेल की सलाखों के पीछे भेजने के लिए या वसूली करने के लिए। देश समझ चुका है कि अब इनसे किसी भी किस्म की सच्चाई और ईमानदारी की उम्मीद करना बेवकूफी है। ये निराधार सम्मान भेज सकते हैं, बेसिर पर के नोटिस भेज सकते हैं और नोटिस भेजकर अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को इनकी मंशा सिर्फ इतनी सी है कि कैसे 2024 के चुनाव में आम आदमी पार्टी के स्टार कैंपेनर को, देश के सबसे लोकप्रिय मुख्यमंत्री को, इंडिया अलायंस के सबसे इंटीग्रल हिस्से को कैसे धराशायी करके कैंपेन करने से रोका जाए।
दिल्ली में हुआ है उसको लेके लगातार जांच एजेंसी अपना काम कर रही है और वो जिस तरह से कड़ियां जुड़ रही हैं, उनके उप मुख्यमंत्री जेल में है जिनको जमानत नहीं मिल रही, उनके एक सांसद जेल में है जिनको जमानत नहीं मिल रही, तो मुझे लगता है जांच एजेंसी बहुत सूक्ष्मता से अपनी जांच कर रही है और जहां तक जांच को पूरी करने का सवाल है उसमें जिन जिन लोगों से बात करनी होगी तो जांच एजेंसी अपना काम करेगी।
कानून अपना काम कर रहा है और कानून के तहत ईडी ने ये 9वां समन भेजा है, लेकिन अफसोस दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री कानून का सम्मान नहीं करते हैं और कानून से भाग रहे हैं। 9वां सम्मन है। उम्मीद करता हूं कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी इस बार ईडी का सम्मान करते हुए, कानून का सम्मान करते हुए ईडी के सामने प्रस्तुत होंगे।
It's very unfortunate that this kind of vindictive politics has taken over India, and it's very unfortunate because that's not what a free democracy is, and that's not why our forefathers fought the British. But unfortunately, if you see India today, the way agencies are used against people is very, very disappointing.
Top updates tracking right now. In compliance with the Supreme Court order, Election Commission of India uploaded the election bond numbers and other data revealing who purchased the bonds and which parties have redeemed them. This comes after Supreme Court came down heavily on ECI for not publishing all details previously. Bihar Minister Santosh Kumar Suman drops big hint on NDA seat sharing in Bihar. Says seat sharing formality is completed and announcement can be made within the next 24 to 28 hours.
सीट शेयरिंग सहित समय पर आप लोगों को बता दिया जाएगा। सीट शेयरिंग की भी औपचारिकता जो होती है पूरी कर गई है, सिर्फ ऐलान बाकी है और हम समझते हैं कि 24 से 48 घंटे के बीच में ऐलान संभव है और हम लोग सब मिल करके एक साथ ज्वाइंट पीसी करके ऐलान करेंगे।
AP Chief Ghulam Nabi Azad appeals to the ECI to hold state assembly elections in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Says ECI can conduct Vidhan Sabha polls 1 month after the Lok Sabha elections.
मैं इलेक्शन कमीशन और सरकार से निवेदन करूंगा कम से कम 1 महीने के बाद तुरंत इलेक्शन, विधानसभा के इलेक्शन की कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए। पूरे 10 साल भी हो जाएंगे 2 इलेक्शनों के बीच में, जो कि बनबास के करीबी आ जाता है। तो ये बनबास शायद जम्मू कश्मीर के वोटरों का और लीडरों का कदम होगा।
Rajasthan Chief Electoral Officer to finalize voter list for the first 2 phases of Lok Sabha voting on March 27th and April 4th. Rajasthan will go to polls on 19th and 26th of April. Another big jolt to Uttarakhand Congress as Badrinath MLA Rajendra Bhandari jumps ships to the BJP. Says was inspired by the vision of PM Modi for the poor. In another jolt to Uddhav Thackeray's Shiv Sena UBT, MLC Assam Shah has jumped ship to join CM Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena. This comes as MVA continues to huddle to settle for seat sharing for the Lok Sabha elections. Viewers, much coming up on the other side as we keep getting you top updates after Sonia Gandhi's exit electoral politics. Sources inform Republic that Priyanka Vadra and Rahul Gandhi opt to not contest from family Bastions Amethi and Raebareli. Sources say FIR registered against former Chhattisgarh CM Bhupesh Baghel and 21 others in the Mahadev app case.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
तमिलनाडु में बीजेपी का प्रदर्शन इस बार डीएमके और कांग्रेस के इंडी अलायंस का सारा घमंड तोड़ करके रख देगा। एक तरफ बीजेपी की कल्याणकारी स्कीम होती है, दूसरी तरफ इनके करोड़ों के स्कैम होते हैं। ये लोग तमिल संस्कृति को नष्ट करना चाहते हैं। ये लोग महिलाओं के नाम पर राजनीति करने की कोशिश करते हैं। साथियों, डीएमके और कांग्रेस का इंडी अलायंस
A mega update in the Mahadev betting app scam. The Economic Offence Wing of Raipur registered an FIR naming former CM Bhupesh Baghel and 15 others. Republic exclusively accessed the FIR that revealed the complex nexus of criminal conspiracy with the money laundering allegations amounting to over 6,000 crores. The FIR also accused Congress leaders and state machinery of taking protection money for facilitating the crime. Here is a report.
An FIR has been registered against former Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel in the Mahadev online betting app scam. The police have attached statements that allege that state Congress leaders and police officers were involved in helping the accused in the illegal betting business by taking protection money. This comes months after the Mahadev betting app scam was uncovered, in which online betting app was used to earn over 450 crores monthly in illegal betting since 2020. Republic accessed the FIR copy, revealing stark details of the illegal betting operation, the proceeds of which could be well over 6,000 crores.
In the Mahadev betting app scandal, the heat against former Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh Bhupesh Baghel has increased. The trouble has mounted after an FIR has been registered by the Economic Offence Wing of Raipur under the relevant sections of breach of trust, forgery and cheating. Remember the Mahadev betting app scandal, which is valued at the tunes of over 6,000 crores. Several serious allegations have been made against Bhupesh Baghel, which is under the sections of 120B 34 and relevant sections of the PMLA Act as well.
Former Chief Minister Baghel is now stuck in the center of the scam. He has been charged for cheating, criminal conspiracy, breach of trust and forgery. Apart from Bhupesh Baghel, 16 others, including Mahadev app promoters Saurabh Chandrakar and Ravi Uppal, have been named in the FIR. This after the Financial Crimes Investigation Agency alleged that Bhupesh Baghel had received a 508 crore bribe from the Mahadev app promoters. Claiming innocence in the matter, former Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel brushed the matter as political vendetta.
जो अभी 14 कंपनियों के साथ हुआ, अभी दिल्ली में 450 गिरफ्तारियां की, उसको लुकआउट सर्कुलर जारी कराया और उसके गूगल को हमने पत्र लिखा है बंद कराया जाए। भारत सरकार को भी चिट्ठी लिखी इसको बंद कराया जाए। विधानसभा में इसके खिलाफ कड़े कानून लाए। तो प्रोटेक्शन कैसे हुआ? प्रोटेक्शन तो वो है जिन राज्यों में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकारें चल रही है और वहां एक भी कार्रवाई नहीं हो रही है और महादेव वहां चल रहा है, वहां जरूर मिल रहा होगा प्रोटेक्शन।
With the Congress now stuck in another corruption storm, This time in Chhattisgarh, how much will the FIR on Baghel hurt Congress's prospects in the state ahead of the Lok Sabha elections? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
I am very, very happy to announce that Niva Bupa Health Insurance has come on board as Republic TV's studio partner. Niva Bupa Health Insurance is the fastest growing company among standalone health insurance players in India. It has also provided health insurance coverage to 1.1 crore people in India and settled over 15 lakh claims, processing one claim every 60 seconds. So we are delighted to be partnering with them.
तमिलनाडु में बीजेपी का प्रदर्शन इस बार डीएमके और कांग्रेस के इंडी अलायंस का सारा घमंड तोड़ करके रख देगा। एक तरफ बीजेपी की कल्याणकारी स्कीम होती है, दूसरी तरफ इनके करोड़ों के स्कैम होते हैं। ये लोग तमिल संस्कृति को नष्ट करना चाहते हैं। ये लोग महिलाओं के नाम पर राजनीति करने की कोशिश करते हैं। साथियों, डीएमके और कांग्रेस का इंडी अलायंस कभी भी तमिलनाडु को विकसित नहीं बना सकता। इन लोगों की हिस्ट्री घोटालों की है। इन लोगों की राजनीति का आधार लोगों को लूटने के लिए सत्ता में आना है। एक तरफ बीजेपी की कल्याणकारी स्कीम होती है, दूसरी तरफ इनके करोड़ों के स्कैम होते हैं। हमने ऑप्टिकल फाइबर और 5G दिया। हमारे नाम पर डिजिटल इंडिया स्कीम है। इंडी अलायंस के नाम पर लाखों करोड़ रुपए का 2G का स्कैम है और डीएमके उस लूट की सबसे बड़ी हिस्सेदार थी। बीजेपी ने बड़ी संख्या में
As we navigate the complexities of the next decade, it becomes increasingly evident that the landscape of healthcare is undergoing profound transformation. With advancements in technology, shifts in demographics, and changing societal expectations, the way we approach healthcare delivery continues to evolve. So it's time now to hear from the people's doctor, the revered Dr. Devi Shetty, who joins us to deliver his vision statement on how he sees the future of healthcare pan out in India. Dr. Shetty has led the movement to address the immediate challenges and has also anticipated and adapted to future trends, ensuring that our healthcare systems on the ground are robust, accessible, and equitable for all. Dr. Shetty presents his futuristic vision on putting care into healthcare, a journey through which Bharat seizes the opportunity to reimagine healthcare, leveraging innovation and collaboration to create a healthier, more resilient future for generations to come. Ladies and gentlemen.
To Arnab and the Republic TV for giving me the opportunity. I have certain predictions about the future of my country. I believe India will become the first country in the world to dissociate healthcare from affluence, from wealth. And I believe, I'm sure, now you must be thinking, oh, we heard this before. It's going to take 50 years or 70 years to happen. It is going to take less than 5 to 7 years. I am optimistic because of the changes what is happening in our country. My suggestion or prediction what will happen is that the policymakers will change their thinking that the healthcare has to be given to people free of cost with the taxpayers' money. This has been the thinking across the world of all the developing countries. But we studied the countries which have successfully offered healthcare for free to the citizens with the taxpayers' money. There are three things common with these countries. First thing, all these countries are very small countries with a population of 500,000, 1 million, 2 million. There is no single country, large country in the world, even as big as United States and as rich as United States, is able to offer tax-free healthcare to the citizens free of cost with the taxpayers' money. So that is the first difference. Second difference, every country which is offering free healthcare has a very high tax to GDP ratio of 25% to 45%. Our country has a tax to GDP ratio of 11%, 11.5%. It's simply not possible. And the third reason why India can't dream of free healthcare is because these countries are already spending more than 10% of the GDP on healthcare. And we are hardly spending 1.5% of the GDP. We need to look at some other option. And the other option is universal health insurance to everyone at a price what people can afford. Now, you must be thinking, if health insurance is the way forward, why this transformation has not happened? This hasn't happened because of the trust deficit. People do not trust health insurance for three reasons. First, in the delivery of healthcare in India, there are three important stakeholders. First is the hospital, second stakeholder is the health insurance company, and the third important stakeholder is the patient. Hospitals do not trust the health insurance company. Health insurance company doesn't trust the hospitals. And the patient doesn't trust both parties. And these two parties don't trust the patient. So we have a situation wherein the three important stakeholders of delivering healthcare do not trust each other. And that business cannot be scaled up. But it is going to change when the hospital become health insurance provider. Today, about 16 to 18% of the heart surgeries in the country is performed by us. More people develop heart attack, it is better for my business. I have absolutely no incentive to prevent people from developing heart attack. But situation will change when I become a health insurance company. Today, when I tell a patient that you need a bypass grafting, first thing what goes to the patient's mind is it really required or he wants to make some money out of me? Whereas when I become a health insurance company and tell the patient you need a bypass, he will happily agree because I'm going to pay for it. Now, is the hospital going to become a health insurance company? Yes. Thanks to IRDA, which is the Insurance Regulatory Authority, It took us just 4 months to get the permission from IRDA, which would normally take more than 2 years to become a health insurance company. And all this transformation has empowered hospitals like us to become a health insurance company at a pace what is unbelievable. And this is new India, and this is what is happening, where future is going to be dramatically different than what it is today. Now, how will the health insurance help? India has about 300 million households. If people trust the health insurance, top 100 million families can afford to pay whatever the premium is. Next 100 million families work for the first 100 million family directly or indirectly. If they can nudge the second 100 million families to buy the health insurance, because I would like my driver, my cook or the gardener, everyone to buy the health insurance, because if they don't have the insurance, when they fall sick, I have to pay for it. I can't just ignore it. So by nudging, 200 million families will get insured. When 200 million families get insured, we will become the world's largest health insurance market. We will become the world's largest healthcare market, when the cost of everything in healthcare will come down dramatically. Now, how will the insurance help? Health insurance will help every aspect of healthcare. Surgery is the most unwanted stepchild of modern healthcare. Every government is talking about, developing countries' government, talking about malaria, TB and HIV, and they spend millions of dollars in treating them. Malaria, TB and HIV every year kills 3 million people. But lack of access to safe surgery kills 17 million people across the world. Now you must be thinking this must be one of those complex heart and brain operations. No, I'm talking about bellwether surgeries. Surgeries like cesarean section for obstructed delivery, surgeries like the burst appendix surgery, and surgery for compound fracture. These are basic surgeries which can be done, which is not available. Now, India, with a population of 1.4 billion, needs 70 million surgeries a year. Now, I want to ask you, do you know how many surgeries are done in India today? Only 20 million. We need to do nearly 4 times more surgeries than what we are doing. And this is what is required. And once the health insurance becomes popular, all these numbers will become a possibility. If the healthcare of the country has to be transformed, we need to wake up the sleeping giant. The sleeping giant is the government hospital, which has over 7.5 lakh beds. These government hospitals are located in the best location. They are most well equipped. They are very spacious, but the productivity is very poor. Now, if these hospitals can be converted like an academic institution for a postgraduate training program under the National Board of Examination, believe me, transformation will happen. Thanks to the Ministry of Health, now this transformation of government hospitals becoming a postgraduate institute is happening. Like, why postgraduate institute will make a difference? The entire National Health Service of England is managed by postgraduate residents, mainly from India. I went to England not with the intention of treating a white man. I went there to learn cardiac surgery. In the process, 7 years I took care of all of them. And today, the younger doctors from India are going there for learning. Now, if only we can convert all our big government hospitals as a postgraduate institution, we will have amazing skilled doctor workforce. The other important thing what the policymakers have to do is to the Ministry of Health of every state must ask one data from every government hospital. That is, number of surgeries done in those hospitals. If you monitor the number of if a hospital is doing large number of surgeries, That means their outpatient is very efficient. That means their blood bank is working. That means their lab is working, nurses are working. Because if these things are not there, they can't do the operation. So, and the other thing what the government has to do, Ayushman Bharat spends thousands of crore rupees. If the good number of Ayushman Bharat are diverted to government hospitals and Ayushman Bharat pays the money, if this money is given to the staff as an incentive for doing the operation, like some amount of money for the doctors, nurses, technician, housekeeping staff, the money will come back to the government and this will transform the quality of care in a government hospital. The world's largest healthcare provider of the future will have no beds. It is going to be a software with few beds attached to it. The transformation what you have seen with Airbnb, then the Amazon and all these organizations where software is the main asset, same thing will happen in Indian healthcare and the global healthcare. The question is, everyone thinks this software will be developed by US. It is not going to be developed by US. This is the picture of US healthcare. You look at in US, the software called EMR, electronic medical records, cost over $1 billion. It is very, very expensive. And these are built for the laptop and the desktop. They are not built on a mobile platform. Doctors look at the laptop and desktop 5 to 6 times in a day. They look at the mobile phone 200 times in a day. If you want the doctor to take care of the patient, develop the EMR for the mobile phone. So in US, as I said, their software doesn't work on a mobile device. But America is a very innovative country. They have put their desktop on a trolley with the wheels and they lug it around the hospital and they call it as a mobile platform, which is computer on wheels. So the large number of American hospitals communicate with a pager. You can see the doctor intensive care unit still using a pager. In India, if you want to see a pager, you have to go to a museum. So this is the advantage we have. I am convinced that the most modern electronic medical record, which understand how the doctors work, linking the doctor's patient's machine, will be developed in India. Because we are a country which is blessed with amazing software engineers. You just tell them one problem, they'll come up with 10 solutions. The India is going to be the production house for the global doctors. It took 70 years to build 55,000 medical seats in our country. And our government, in the last 7 years, doubled the number of medical seats from 55,000 to 108,000. In just 7 years, we have doubled the number of undergraduation seats and the post-graduation seats. Now, for a country like India, when we produce doctors, we cannot think of what is the Indian requirement. India, when it manages the skilled workforce, we have to look at the global requirement, because an American doctor will never work in England. An English doctor will never work in America. But the Indian doctor is happy to work in any part of the world. And British Medical Journal published an article from Harvard which clearly mentioned that the American patients who were treated by Indian doctors lived longer than the American patients who are treated by American doctors. This is the brand which India has as healer of the world. Now, if we want to increase the number of doctors, there is only one country in the world which can just one government order can add 70,000 undergraduation seats to produce 70,000 additional doctors a year just by allotting 100 extra seats to existing 700 medical colleges. All they have to do is allow the medical college to take extra 100 students. Now, how this will work? Our medical colleges have an intake of 100 or 200, but they are occupying 20 acres of land with phenomenal infrastructure. If they get extra 100 seats, the preclinical work can be done in the existing place. For a clinical work, they can adopt a government hospital. And all this can be done with very little investment. Now, one question what the experts will ask is, where is the faculty? Existing hospitals, medical colleges don't have faculty. How are you going to get the faculty? All we have to do is to redefine what faculty is. I will, in a simple term, I will explain to you what is the current definition of faculty is. Let's look at faculty to teach cardiac surgery. Now, when you talk about cardiac surgery, generally about 3 or 4 names come to your mind. One is Dr. Naresh Trihan of Medanta. Other senior cardiac surgeon is Dr. Ramakant Panda from Bombay, who are operating on very influential, wealthy people, and people who were never operated by them also claim that they were operated by them. They are very popular. And also they name me as a surgeon who always operates on the poor people. We do one of the largest number of surgeries, and all 3 of us, according to the current guidelines of the Medical Council, cannot teach cardiac surgery because we have never worked in a medical college of India. So if you are not allowing the top surgeons of the country to teach cardiac surgery, and that is a definition of faculty, there will be shortage of faculty. You change the definition, then you'll have enough faculty to run any number of medical colleges. So another important policy what the government has to look at is government should come up with an aggressive task of earning $100 billion of remittances every year from the healthcare workers. Now, we look at Satya Nadella from Microsoft, we look at Sundar Pichai of Google, and Arvind of IBM. We all think that they are the CEOs of these big American companies. Every American company CEOs are Indians. Why? They are brilliant people, no doubt. But the board of these companies made them as the CEOs, not only because they are the brilliant people. The people in those companies who are building the product of the future, which will define the future of all these companies, are Indians. And board knows that the Indian knows how to get the best work out of the other Indians. That is the reason why they have become the CEOs. Believe me, the hospitals of the future across the world, the doctors, nurses, technicians, administrators, everyone will be from India. They have no choice. The reason is Indians are genetically designed by God as the healers. Who wants to work in a building where from morning till evening patients are only complaining, they are in pain? Indians are genetically made to work in those places. So it is a matter of time. We will be forced to manage hospitals outside the country. Now, for that to happen, we need to take one policy decision. That is, we should allow every 100-bed hospital to become a nursing college. If we allow 100-bed hospital to become nursing college, every year we'll be able to train few lakh young nurses. And these nurses, because they are working in a hospital, when they come out, they will be very skilled. You always hear the complaint that the nurses who are graduating, they have no skill. The reason is, if you look at a pilot training institution, at the age of 18, some boys and girls join a pilot training institution. At the end of 10 months, these students of a pilot training institution are given a license to fly a plane with passengers in it in 10 months. But a girl coming out of the nursing college at the end of 4 years, she may not be skilled even to check the blood pressure. What is the difference? The difference is, if a nurse has to be trained, she has to be trained in a hospital. and most of the nursing schools are not part of the hospital. You cannot train a swimmer in a classroom. You want to train people to swim, they have to get into the water. Now, why we need to aim for $100 billion of remittance a year? This is because when these remittances coming from the nurses, doctors, technicians working in US, European hospitals, where does the money go? When a software company earns 100 billions of profit, that money goes to the shareholders. When $100 billion of remittances come to India, that money goes to millions of households, poor households in rural India, where the nurses come from, directly to their household, transforming their life. This is the power of remittance compared to the money earned by a company. This is the photograph of a young nurse who was trained by us in Bangalore. She joined us as a A&M, then a GNM she did, then BSc. When we started our hospital in Cayman Island, she joined the hospital as a nurse. There are over 100 nurses who are trained by us working in our hospital in Cayman Island, and they are sending home every month over 1 lakh rupees, and they are only in their 23, 24-year-old. Tell me which profession in India at the age of 23, 24, a girl from poor family can afford to earn and send home over 1 lakh rupees a month. There is only one profession, that is nursing profession. And this is what we have to accomplish. So I would like to end my talk saying that nothing is more powerful than the idea whose time has come. And I am a kid who was born in India soon after the independence. So as a kid, I was passionate about reading the newspaper. And there was always a news that any overseas delegate coming to India, the one statement they all used to make is, India is the country of future. And that used to make me very happy and proud. But I waited for 70 years for the country of future to announce its arrival. Thanks to Mr. Modi and his very passionate government, now I can hear the knock on the door. Few more steps, we will be there, and the world will never be the same again. Thank you.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates: IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
The poll bugle has been sounded. The Election Commission, in its much anticipated briefing, announced the dates for the 2024 elections today. The Lok Sabha polls will be held in 7 phases from April 19th to June 1st. The counting will be held on June 4th.
Schedule of the Lok Sabha poll, phase 1. We'll do it in 7 phases, as was done last time. 7 phases. Phase 1 will start from 20th March notification, 5 days from now. And last date of withdrawal would be 30th March and date of poll would be 19th of April.
The first phase will be held on April 19, when Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Rajasthan, Sikkim, Tamil Nadu, Tripura, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, West Bengal, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Jammu and Kashmir, Lakshadweep and Puducherry will go to polls. The second phase will be held on April 26th, when Assam, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Manipur, Rajasthan, Tripura, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal and Jammu and Kashmir will go to polls. Assam, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Goa, Gujarat, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, and Daman and Diu and Jammu and Kashmir will go to polls in the third phase on May 7th. Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Jammu and Kashmir will go to polls in phase 4 on May 13. Phase 5 will be held on May 20th. Polling will be held in Bihar, Jharkhand, Maharashtra, Odisha, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. In phase 6 on May 25th, Bihar, Haryana, Jharkhand, Odisha, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal and Delhi will vote. And the polls will be concluded on June 1st, which will be the last phase or phase 7, when voting will be held in Bihar, Himachal Pradesh, Jharkhand, Odisha, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal and Chandigarh. Meanwhile, assembly elections will also be held in Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Odisha and Sikkim. Soon after the announcement, Prime Minister Modi and other BJP leaders exuded confidence.
पूरा राष्ट्र तैयार है कि विकास के नए शिखर को छूने के लिए पुनः नरेंद्र मोदी के नेतृत्व में सरकार भारतीय जनता पार्टी का गठबंधन बनाएगा।
अब की बार 400 पार इस संकल्प को सिद्धि तक ले जाने में हमारा योगदान करे।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने बूथ स्तर पर मजबूत तैयारी की है। हमारा संगठनात्मक तंत्र है, हमारी सरकार की उपलब्धियां हैं, इसलिए अब की बार 400 पार, फिर एक बार प्रचंड बहुमत की मोदी सरकार।
विनाशकाले विपरीत बुद्धि, कांग्रेस अब तक के इतिहास की सबसे कम सीटें प्राप्त करेगी और आज तो यही तय नहीं कौन सी प्राप्त करेगी।
Meanwhile, Bupa Studio, your one stop for all the breaking updates. I am Rakshita Mishra.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
उनको चिन्हित करके थ्रेट दिया जा रहा है कि कल जब मीडिया बंधु नहीं रहेंगे और शेख शाहजहां जब वापस आ जाएगा तब आप लोग का क्या होगा। हाँ, मेरा नाम डॉक्टर पार्था विश्वास है। सेंटर फॉर SC/ST सपोर्ट एंड रिसर्च का मैं डायरेक्टर हूँ और संदेशखाली का जो विषय है उस विषय को लेके जो विक्टिम्स है वो हमारे साथ राष्ट्रपति महोदय के पास हम लोग ज्ञापन दिया है। उन्होंने सारे विषय सुना है और उन्होंने सहमत प्रकाश किया और बड़े संवेदना के साथ आंतरिकता के साथ उन्होंने सुना है और उन्होंने बड़ी दुखित हुआ इस घटना से। को चिन्हित करके
Good evening and welcome, friends. This Sunday, the fact that you're watching News Sunday shows how seriously you take what's happening in the country and around you. So let's make your experience better and the best. The poll bugle has been sounded by the Election Commission. Both sides of the political space seem to be ready. Have been in fact rolling out their respective campaigns for the last couple of months. As the tempo builds up and people of the country, 97 crores of them, make up their mind over the next couple of months. This Sunday evening, let's untangle the web of ideologies and positions, jumps and jump starts, numbers and mirages, targets and achievables. Let's try to understand how the contest is going to pan out. Is there a contest? There is a deep contest for the Gandhis in Amethi and Raebareli because they seem to be lacking the courage to pick it up. There is a contest for the BJP in South India because except for Karnataka, the rest of the region remains a bit of a mirage. There's a contest for psephologists because going by the Vox Populi, the election seems like a done deal. I would say why spend on psephologists when you know the results? And there's of course a contest in the minds of the people, which we know or which we would know on 4th of June. Let's have a nice conversation. Headlines first. After Sonia Gandhi exits electoral politics, sources inform Republic that Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and Rahul Gandhi to opt out of a contest from family bastions of Raebareli and Amethi. Sources say FIR registered against former Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh Bhupesh Baghel and 21 others in the Mahadev app case. A 9th ED summoned to Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal in Delhi liquor policy case. AAP targets agency. Atishi questions why the ED isn't waiting for the court order.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को सिर्फ एक चीज से मतलब है कि किसी ना किसी तरीके से चुनाव से पहले अरविंद केजरीवाल को जेल में डाल दो.
Delhi Minister Atishi hits out at BJP and PM Modi over ED summons to CM Kejriwal. Says Prime Minister is trying to arrest their leader at any cost. Calls the pro-agencies PM stooges. A big setback for the BRS prior to Lok Sabha polls as Ranjit Reddy resigns from the party and joins Congress. Well, welcome back, friends. Election fever is intensifying. Prime Minister is relentless in his attack on opposition, amplifying the BJP's dominance in this political season. The Prime Minister reiterated today as well on June 4 400 par target at a rally in Hyderabad, in Andhra Pradesh in the evening. On the other hand, the India alliance seems to be in a bit of a tizzy. The sources suggest the Gandhis are going to abandon the Bastions of Amethi and Raebareli completely this election. Stay with us as we analyze the implications of this pivotal upheaval and its impact on the upcoming polls. Look at this report and I come back with a fantastic panel of guests.
A day after ECI announced the poll schedule,
फेज 1 का शेड्यूल एक दिन से हमें 2 बार करना पड़ रहा है। फिर बिहार के लिए वहां एक फेस्टिवल है, तो नोटिफिकेशन की डेट सेम है, लेकिन बस लास्ट डेट ऑफ विड्रॉल हमें 30 मार्च की जगह 2 अप्रैल सिर्फ बिहार की फर्स्ट फेज के लिए करनी पड़ रही है, क्योंकि वहां त्योहार हैं और पूरी कंट्री में 4 जून को काउंटिंग होगी।
signs are pointing towards a potential seismic shift in India's political landscape as the battle officially kicks off. Sources have informed Republic that Priyanka Vadra and Rahul Gandhi opt to not contest from family bastions Amethi and Raebareli. Former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Ghulam Nabi Azad reacted to the swirling speculation of Gandhis abandoning their bastion.
बीएसपी और समाजवादी 98 का पहला इलेक्शन है सोनिया जी का, तब से आज तक दोनों छोड़ते आए हैं, और राहुल गांधी का इलेक्शन 2004 से आज तक दोनों को छोड़ते आए। अब वो जाने, लेकिन आपका जनरल नॉलेज हूं कि एक 25 साल से छोड़ते आए, एक 20 साल से छोड़ते।
The BJP also underscored the blatant disparity within the Congress.
देखिए, जो कहते हैं कि अमेठी गांधी खानदान का गढ़ है, वो अपने ओर से एक कैंडिडेट देने में इतना समय क्यों लगा रहे हैं? तो उनका लैक ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस ही आपको बताता है कि अमेठी अब कांग्रेस बैस्टियन नहीं रही है। अगर वो 2 सीटों से लड़ते हैं, तो इसका मतलब वो अमेठी से अपनी हार को ऑलरेडी चुनाव होने से पहले ही घोषित कर रहे हैं।
While the Congress seems to be losing control, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going all out with his election campaigns. The PM launched a fiery attack on Congress in Kalaburgi, straight from the backyard of the Grand Old Party's chief, Mallikarjun Kharge.
अभी तो चुनाव की घोषणा होना बाकी है और आपने घोषणा कर दी। आज पूरा कर्नाटका कह रहा है, अब की बार कि इंडी अलायंस और कांग्रेस के लोग भी कहने लगे हैं, और आपके यहां के एक नेता ने तो पार्लियामेंट में कह दिया, हमारे विरोधी कह रहे हैं अब की बार।
Opposition leaders are clearly losing faith in party policies and are joining hands with the BJP.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के कुशल नेतृत्व में और उनका भारत को एक विकसित राष्ट्र बनाने का जो सपना है, उससे प्रभावित होकर के मैंने कांग्रेस पार्टी से त्यागपत्र दिया है।
The BJP is also confident of their 400+ target.
मेरा सौभाग्य है कि प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने मुझे मौका दिया उत्तर मुंबई के जनता का सेवा करने के लिए, एक चुनाव के माध्यम से जनप्रतिनिधि बनकर मुझे विश्वास है कि मैं बहुत कुछ सीखूंगा और बहुत कुछ कर पाऊंगा उत्तर मुंबई के लिए।
अब की बार
400 पार।
The polls are less than 35 days away. The BJP is ramping up poll preparations.
चुनावों के परिणाम 4 जून को आने वाले हैं। अब पूरा देश कह रहा है 4 जून को 400 पार।
On the other hand, the Congress is in the tailspin and unable to stem the bleeding. Where are the Gandhis going to contest from? Can India Alliance survive till the 2024 Lok Sabha polls? And is the BJP's aim for 400 par already a done deal? Let's debate.
All right, welcome back, and let me straight introduce the guests. Anirban Banerjee, advocate and analyst, leans towards the Trinamool Congress, joins us live from Kolkata. We also have Dr. Piyush Joshi, leans towards the Aam Aadmi Party, political analyst. He is joining us live from Indore. We also have, of course, Ratan Sharda, political analyst, leans towards the right, and Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP, live from Mumbai. I would want to begin with George Kurian. He is an analyst, leans towards the Congress party. He's joining us live from Delhi. And the reason why I want to begin with George, you first, is because earlier in the day, reports emerged, which I myself confirmed, about the possibility of or the impossibility of Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra contesting from Amethi and Raebareli respectively. I think there is a thinking within the Congress party that they shouldn't contest at the top, and at least two of them don't want to contest. Is it not like saying hands up even before the contest has really begun? I mean, you are not leading from the front, so to say, George Kurian.
Good evening, Abhishek. Good evening to my co-panelists on the debate and to your audience. It is important to safeguard the spirit and essence of democracy and India. It is important to Abhishek, am I audible?
Absolutely audible, George. Please go ahead.
Fine. So it is important to save the risk and collapse of democracy and the verge of threat that we see in the Constitution of India at this point in time. It is not important, it's not important at this point in time where Rahul Gandhi or Priyanka Gandhi, for that matter, is going to contest, whether it's Raebareli or whether it's Amethi. What is important at this point in time is that safeguarding the interest and essence and spirit of Indian democracy and India at large. We are confident at an appropriate time we will come out with the list, and it will be revealed as and when the Congress party decides. At this point in time, it's important to safeguard the democracy of this country. That's a prerogative, and that's important.
Okay, but there seems to be a bit of math and science also to perhaps the decision of the Gandhi science to be not wanting to contest from Amethi and Raebareli, George. And let me just bring that under focus before we broaden the debate. You know, the fact that Rahul Gandhi lost Amethi in 2019, so that sort of gives him self-doubt about whether he can go back and contest. In the case of Raebareli, Sonia Gandhi reduced her margin of victory by half between 2014 and 2019. And in the latest situation, it seems that the facts on the ground have changed. There was a lot of support that came into the Gandhis in both the constituencies from the Samajwadi Party. Now it seems that the local MLAs of the Samajwadi Party themselves have sort of scouted and seem to be running away from Samajwadi Party itself. That creates a complex situation for the Gandhis to be staying back in these so-called traditional bastions, right, George? So maybe there is a lot of science and maths also behind this decision. It might be a very practical decision for all we know.
Well, Abhishek, as we all know that, the equation keeps changing on ground as time passes. So I'm confident the Congress party will come out with an appropriate names at an appropriate time with respect to Priyanka Gandhi or be it Rahul Gandhi. As we all are aware that Rahul Gandhi is going to be contesting from Wayanad. And at this point in time, it's also appropriate, we welcome the Election Commission's announcement of the date for 18th Lok Sabha, which is a welcome move, and we are all capable, and we are going to compile we're going to adhere to all the compliance with respect to the Election Commission, and we're going to go into the battlefield and give a tough fight to Narendra Modi-led Bharatiya Janata Party.
Okay. Okay, I'm tempted to go to Sanju Verma, but before that, let me just take in a quick word from Anirban. Anirban, as the principal opposition party, as the leader of the India Alliance, is the Congress looking convincing, sounding convincing, going into the elections? You think that the India Alliance, of which Trinamool is a part, except for Bengal, of course, is looking good with the kind of decisions that the Congress party has been taking?
Look, the Trinamool Congress Supremo has maintained her stance that in West Bengal, Trinamool is going to fight in all the 42 seats and they are going to defeat the BJP in all the 42 seats. And as far as the Congress is concerned, the Congress will have to really up their ante, up their game as far as the Hindi heartland especially is concerned, because in more than 250 seats, the Congress will face the BJP 1-1. And we have seen in the last two elections, 2014 and 2019, their success against the BJP, wherever they are fighting against them 1-1, hasn't been very flattering. Therefore, whether Mr. Rahul Gandhi contest from Amethi, whether Madam Priyanka Gandhi contest from Raebareli, whatever they do, that is their decision. But just a couple of seats is not going to decide the fate of those 250 plus seats. Therefore, Congress will have to focus on all those 250 plus seats and defeat the BJP in at least 150 of them. And to do that, I think the Congress is of course capable enough. They are more than capable enough to do that. And they might share some advice or receive some advice from Mamata Banerjee if they want to, because the Trinamool Congress has shown how to defeat the BJP not just once but twice in the 21 elections, though it was an assembly election. We have seen how the Trinamool entirely vanquished the BJP in its own game, in spite of the fact that they came in all guns blazing. Therefore, we are very much hopeful that the Congress will be able to win against the BJP, and India bloc is going to take over the reins of this country in 2024.
I mean, I wonder, Anirban, how would the Congress listen to you when you did not listen to the Congress party in Bengal? Not even 2 seats, not even 1 seat, for God's sake. But Sanju Verma, George Kurian was almost sounding philosophical, even spiritual. You know, I wonder if he's the right wing and, you know, not the left and liberal space that the Congress party really occupies. But having said that, you think this is really good that the Congress is sort of showing these nerves ahead of the elections? Like, top leaders don't want to contest Lok Sabha elections. The Gandhis not excited at all about joining the race from Raebareli and Amethi. Almost decided they might not.
You know, Abhishek, in politics, irrespective of whether you lose or you win, you know, because you can't be on a winning streak all the time until and unless you're a Narendra Modi or you are an Amit Shah. And there are times when, you know, you will not be on a losing wicket all the time. But, you know, taking up the gauntlet thrown by the other side, that is very important. You know, having the stomach for a fight, that is very important. You know, to be able to soil your hands on the ground without thinking ki jeet hogi ya haar hogi, that is very important. As they say in corporate lingo, you need to sometimes get down to the shop floor. You cannot just be a CEO by sitting in your air-conditioned room. You need to go down there and mingle with your blue-collared workers, for want of a better phrase. So, you know, let me not be philosophical like George Kurian and just come down to hard facts. First and foremost, George Kurian gave a lengthy monologue on Loktantra khatre mein hai, Ganatantra khatre mein hai, Samvidhan khatre mein hai, democracy khatre mein hai. So I will just end by saying one thing. Prior to Narendra Modi coming to power in 2014, between 1950 and 2014, on 143 occasions, duly elected state governments were dismissed, out of which on 103 occasions, it is the Congress party which dismissed duly elected state governments. And guess what, Abhishek? Between 1966 and 1977-78, there was one leader who dismissed 49 duly elected state governments. And the options are Indira Gandhi, Indira Gandhi, Indira Gandhi and Indira Gandhi. And the answer is yes, indeed, it was Indira Gandhi. So यहाँ बैठकर Congress party is the last party which should be waxing eloquent about the veracity of Samvidhan and Loktantra and Ganatantra, what have you. Point number 2, I believe that you are as good as your Karyakartas. You are as good as your Karyakartas. Very quickly, my second point. Forget about the fact that Milind Deora left and joined the Eknath Shinde faction. Forget about the fact that a couple of years back, Captain Amrinder Singh joined hands with the BJP. Forget about the fact that a couple of years back, Hardik Patel and Alpesh Thakur joined hands with the BJP. But my limited point is this. Today, at the concluding rally of the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, did I see Mallikarjun Kharge? Yes. Did I see Rajiv Shukla? Yes. Did I see K.C. Venugopal on the dais? Yes. I also saw an M.K. Stalin along with Rahul Gandhi. But did I see there few leftover Bahubalis in the Congress in Maharashtra, like a Bhai Jagtap? No. Did I see Prithviraj Chauhan on the stage? No. Did I see Nana Patole on the stage? No. Did I see Sanjay Nirupam, once upon a time the most vocal voice of the Congress on the stage? No. So all their so-called Bahubalis in Maharashtra, मुंबई में रैली होती है भारत जोड़ो न्याय यात्रा की, और इस रैली में संजय निरुपम ही मिसिंग है. So you can imagine the state in which the Congress is in.
No, Sanju, that's because
Abhishek, please bear with me. My last point. Point.
But that's because there's the national leaders standing, right? National leaders of respective parties. Like, okay, go ahead quickly, because these are opening comments. Sanju, I have to get in Ratan Sharda and Piyush Joshi.
Very quickly. You know, normally, with Anirban, I have very feisty debates, but I agree with him on one point where he said that the Congress needs to up its ante. And now where I disagree with Anirban, he says, Mamata Banerjee has defeated Modi and shown them, कि भाई मोदी को भी हराया जा सकता है. तो let me remind the Trinamool Congress, this is the same Mamata Banerjee who said Tripura 2023, Trinamool will be in power and the BJP will be defeated. And Tripura, we came back to power for the second time in a row. In Goa, Mamata Banerjee said BJP will be defeated. In Goa, TMC has 0 seats and BJP is in power despite a perceived 15-year-old anti-incumbency.
Okay, now I am on the issue of ideological confusion, today we got the pictures of both Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Vadra, Piyush Joshi, at the Bala Saheb Memorial at Shivaji Park in Mumbai earlier in the day. Now you have a situation where the Aam Aadmi Party bats for 2 Congress candidates in Delhi, but then in Punjab, the Aam Aadmi Party is absolutely clear that their voters should not be voting or looking at the Congress at all. Now, does it not really send little confusing messages to the cadre and to the voters also, Dr. Joshi?
Well, I don't think so. There is no confusion at all. I have maintained, even before the seat sharing arrangement in Punjab or Delhi was announced, that Punjab, it is going to be Congress versus Aam Aadmi Party for 2 reasons. It is the Kerala model where the BJP is hardly occupying any space at all. So why even allow them the space of opposition in the state of Punjab? So either, whosoever is going to win will be either from Congress or from Aam Aadmi Party. So the whole Punjab is going to vote for India Alliance one way or the other. The BJP is in dire straits when it comes to the state of Punjab. So let it be there. And when it comes to Delhi and even in Punjab, we have announced our campaign.
You're not seeing any ideological confusion in Rahul Gandhi paying respects to Bala Saheb Thackeray Memorial? I mean, the late Bala Saheb Thackeray at the memorial to the leader?
Well, do you see any
ideological confusion?
Do you see any ideological confusion when Narendra Modi pays respect and homages to Mahatma Gandhi? He belongs to an organization which has criticized Mahatma Gandhi black and blue all the time. Even before
Ratan Sharda, we want to get in there. Ratan Sharda, that's a bit.
Piyush Joshi,
Ratanji is there. Ratanji is respected for all of us. I would like to hear
Ratan Sharda.
Who talked about Gandhi and BJP and all
Piyush
that.
Joshi,
Can I speak?
Okay, no, before Ratan Sharda speaks.
Am I?
Sanju, hold on. Sanju, hold on. Sanju, hold on.
So,
Piyush Joshi, before Ratan Sharda speaks, Piyush Joshi, you know, I have tracked the Prime Minister closely. I have seen the kind of conviction that's there in him for Mahatma Gandhi, the personal respect that is there in him for Mahatma Gandhi.
So similarly, Mr. Rahul Gandhi can have personal respect for Bala Saheb Thackeray.
Can we speak in by turn? Can we speak one by one?
Yeah, so all I'm saying...
Dr. Joshi, let Ratan Sharda respond. Ratan Sharda.
Oh, fair. Yeah, sure.
So I responded saying that Mahatma Gandhi's biggest betrayer was Nehru. Nehru said, I will not implement Panchayati Raj, which was the article of faith for Mahatma Gandhi. Nehru said, I will not go for decentralized economy, which Gandhiji wanted, his article of faith. So who failed Gandhi? Nehru or BJP? That is the question. Or go read, Baba. Who says that? क्या पढ़ लीजिए ना. कौन बोल रहा है किसने कहा? मैं कह रहा हूं आप पढ़ लीजिए. आपने नहीं पढ़ा तो पढ़ लीजिए. मैंने उनके लेटर्स पढ़े. आप पढ़ लीजिए. गूगल करिए.
Let me give a little slice of my own professional life. You know,
Gandhi and all doesn't
Ratan
make sense.
Sharda.
Secondly,
Ratan Sharda.
of ideological confusion.
Ratan
What
Sharda.
is happening is
We are not
today,
going
what
into
is the
history. Ratan
popularity of Rahul
Sharda.
Gandhi today
Hold on.
Passed from my locality.
Ratan Sharda, please
and
hold
there was
on.
hardly
This is
anybody
Abhishek
who-
speaking. Ratan Sharda, please hold on.
Okay.
I think Ratan Sharda is not getting me. Ratan Sharda, you know, I have to get an interesting sliver of my own professional life, having covered the Prime Minister from very early days. You see, in 2006, I was in Gandhinagar, and I met a senior bureaucrat, and it was interesting. Piyush Joshi, just for your understanding, it's not just about Narendra Modi refurbishing, redoing, and rejuvenating the Gandhi institutions in Ahmedabad, in Gandhinagar, in Delhi. And, you know, effectively reinventing Khadi as a fashion statement, increasing the turnover of Khadi and Village Industries Commission by 10 times in the last 10 years, crossed 1 lakh crore rupees. And of course, that money goes to villages and villagers. But you see, 2006, a bureaucrat, top bureaucrat in Gandhinagar, and he did not like Prime Minister at that time. And I am amazed the number of times the Chief Minister says Gandhi, Gandhi in the meetings, in cabinet meetings. The number of times he says, you know, think about how Gandhi would have thought while designing this scheme. This is a very personal anecdote I am telling you. So,
Right,
you know,
Abhishek.
you might have a very outside view of, a very shallow view of seeing Narendra Modi.
Gandhiji thought about electoral bonds?
I'm talking about the same simile, Abhishek ji. Since there is no ideological confusion when the Prime Minister pays homage to Mahatma Gandhi, there is no ideological confusion when Rahul Gandhi pays homage to Bala Saheb Thackeray. You know, this is going to be an interesting time in the Lok Sabha elections because
BJP is more committed to Gandhi than Congress.
Of electoral bonds,
that is what I told.
On which the Prime Minister
So
has
you are not able to comprehend what I am saying.
More than 5 to 6
because
years.
You don't want to.
And you know,
because
created this
Chief
kind of
Minister says in Punjab, आपको एक सीट नहीं मिलेगी. Look at his viral video in assembly. He said आपको एक सीट नहीं मिलेगी कांग्रेस को. 13 की तरह आप जीतेगा. What kind of alliance is this? And coming back to the debate we started off,
that is the interesting kind of alliance
is the biggest
Indian
sign
politics
of a loser. You are abdicating your traditional seat. Not only that, as Samajwadi Party gets 17 seats, that will be regretting. Because 2 seats, which were kind of family seats, they are already abdicated. Who will vote for other 15 seats? When I abandon UP, who will support for it? So at one stroke, Congress has written off UP. Because of that, it is also
I
seen
don't
as
think
a
the
Bahoda
candidate
party,
Congress has
as an
announced already
party.
for Raebareli
That
and
is the
Amethi.
message. Don't go by 1 or 2 seats.
Ratanji.
Question is what the message
I mean,
going
it's interesting.
on. And
Ratanji, I don't think that the candidates are already announced. You know, it may very well be.
Ratan Sharda, listen to Piyush Joshi. He's asking you a question.
Raebareli and
TMC says go fight somewhere else. हम आपको सीट नहीं देंगे. When your own alliance partner so-called saying Congress को आगे
Ratan Sharda, listen to Piyush Joshi. He's asking you a question. Piyush Joshi, ask the question that you want.
Yeah, all I'm saying that, you know, it may very well be that Rahul ji will contest from Amethi and Priyanka will contest from Raebareli. The seats have not been announced as yet. And they may very well contest from these 2 seats and empower Congress there. You know, so don't be judgmental right now. I think you are in a tough spot after the Supreme Court.
So I'm not being judgmental. At the very start, I said Piyush Joshi that I have confirmed. Piyush Joshi, listen, I have confirmed.
पार्टी उनकी सीट क्यों नहीं डिक्लेयर होती?
No.
No.
Ratan
Abhishek, I
Sharda,
want to
yeah,
comment
I tell
for
you,
this.
Piyush Joshi, yes. If the two really wanted to contest, the seats should have been announced perhaps in the first list, like it was during the case of BJP. Both Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah, their names were there in the first list. That's what I was asking. You lead from the front when you really want to lead.
Yeah, I heard Mrs. Smriti Irani saying that since if Rahul Gandhi ji is contesting from 2 seats, that means that he has already accepted defeat from Amethi. So was the same case when the Prime Minister contested from 2 seats? He has already accepted defeat from one of them. It's not like
Can I please come in, Abhishek? Can you moderate the debate for a change?
No. He won with the highest margin. He won with the highest margin from Vadodara. He won with the highest margin from Vadodara, breaking the record of Ramvilas Paswan. No, Piyush Joshi, hold on.
Revert to Sanju Verma.
Counting majority.
Sanju Verma, you get to respond. Sanju Verma, you get to respond.
He wants to create momentum for the party in 2 different states. That is why he will decide to contest from 2 seats, not for the want of security.
Piyush Joshi, hold on. You have made a point. For God's sake, don't continue speaking. You have made a point. Let Sanju Verma respond.
Abhishek, वो जो कहते हैं ना कि जब चांद पर आप थूकोगे तो क्या होता है, हालत आपकी खराब होती है। आप नरेंद्र मोदी पर कीचड़ उछालने की कोशिश कर रहे हो। आपके यही केजरीवाल हैं जो गुजरात के चुनाव में जाकर गुजरात विधानसभा इलेक्शन से पहले व्हाट वाज ही सेइंग, अरे आम आदमी पार्टी को 90-95 सीट
अब ये डिसाइड कर लो कि चांद की अवतार है।
प्लीज शट अप, आई डिड नॉट हेकल यू, शट अप नाउ, shut up.
Now you shut up and you talk in a proper manner. तमीज से बात करना सीख जाओ, नहीं तो मैं बात नहीं करने दूंगा आपको। तमीज से बात करना सीख
जाओ। Joshi, please don't interject. Piyush Joshi, please don't interject. I did not let anyone interject when you were speaking. Piyush Joshi, please.
I understand. I am not going to interject.
No, that's okay. Sanju Verma, no name calling. Go ahead.
Thank you. हिंदी की
understood. Okay, go ahead.
अभिषेक, हिंदी की एक कहावत है जो प्रधानमंत्री मोदी ने पिछले साल लोकसभा में कही थी, and I reinforce that time and again on a zillion debates, and I'll do it on your debate today. In a reference to the opposition, the Prime Minister said, तुम्हारे पांव के नीचे जमीन नहीं है, तुम्हारे पांव के नीचे जमीन नहीं है, लेकिन कमाल तो ये है तुम्हें यकीन नहीं है, लेकिन कमाल तो ये है तुम्हें यकीन नहीं है। The ground from under the feet of the opposition has been swept away by the Modi tsunami, by the Modi juggernaut. But ये आज भी यहाँ डिबेट पर आकर क्या कहते हैं, अरे मोदी जी वैसे हैं, अमित शाह वैसे हैं। इनसे पूछिए व्हाट इज द मिनिमम कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्राम ऑफ द डॉट डॉट अलायंस, हमको नहीं पता। इनको पूछिए डू यू हैव अ नेशनल कन्वीनर एंड अ को कन्वीनर एंड अ चेयरपर्सन ऑफ द डॉट डॉट अलायंस, इनको नहीं पता। इनसे पूछिए इनकी नेक्स्ट रैली महाराष्ट्र में होगी, उत्तर प्रदेश में होगी या मध्य प्रदेश में होगी, इनको नहीं पता। इनको पूछिए कि व्हाट इज देयर पॉलिटिकल एजेंडा, व्हाट इज देयर पॉलिटिकल आइडियोलॉजी, ये कहेंगे हमको नहीं पता। यू डोंट विन इलेक्शन बाय ओनली maligning the other side. You have to offer something to the electorate, and the dot dot election, the dot dot alliance has nothing to offer to the Indian electorate. But my last point is this: Kejriwal said in Gujarat, मुझे तो 90 सीट्स मिलेंगी जी, मुझे तो 100 सीटें मिलेंगी जी, मेरे को प्लीज 150 सीटें दलवा दीजिए जी। कितनी मिली बीजेपी को? बीजेपी हैड वन ऑफ इट्स बेस्ट ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड्स, विनिंग 156 सीट्स डिस्पाइट ऑलमोस्ट अ 25-year-old एंटी इनकम्बेंसी। और आपके केजरीवाल को कितनी सीटें मिली? 5 सीटें। और 5 सीटों के बाद वो उछल उछल के कहते हैं अरे मोदी जी हमसे डर गए। इन गोवा केजरीवाल गॉट 2 सीट्स, एंड क्या कहते हैं केजरीवाल, अरे गोवा में मोदी जी हमसे डर गए। केजरीवाल लॉस्ट इलेक्शन इन उत्तर प्रदेश, ही लॉस्ट इलेक्शन इन उत्तराखंड, ही लॉस्ट इलेक्शन इन मध्य प्रदेश, तो डिपॉजिट जब्त हो गया। पर क्या कहते हैं केजरीवाल, मोदी जी हमसे डर गए। अरे आपसे कौन डरेगा, पहले अपने डिपॉजिट्स बचाइए जाकर।
संजू,
यू गेट लोअर वोटर्स एंड लोअर वोट शेयर देन इवन नोटा से कम सीटें आती हैं आपको सभी स्टेट्स में। शांत हो जाओ।
Okay, Sanju, you have asked some substantive questions which I wanted to ask in fact, and which in fact the nation wants to know. George Kurian, you wanted to come in. Let me frame the question and then you answer. Essentially, what's the narrative really of the Congress party and the indie space? I'll ask George Kurian first, then to Anirban. You see, Lalu Prasad Yadav recently made that Parivarwad jibe on the Prime Minister, that inka kya parivar hai. It is backfiring. Chaukidar chor hai, backfired. Rahul Gandhi did Rafale, no impact. Rahul Gandhi has been doing Adani, Ambani, no impact. I mean, can you really conjure up some narrative for the Congress party which finds some resonance with the voters?
Well, Abhishek, let me, for the benefit of your audience, let me reiterate that the Congress party is going into the 18th Lok Sabha election with full might and going to adhere to the compliance of the Election Commission with following the guidelines. We are confident of an inclusive manifesto which is going to cater to the entire community at large, be it the farmers, the laborers, the youth, the women, the growing inflation, the rising unemployment in this country. So we're going to cater to everybody. We're going to have an inclusive manifesto, so to say, and we are confident. I just want to rebut to Sanju Verma. She said, you cannot operate like a CEO. You have to come down to the shop floor and things like that. Let me tell Sanju Verma that, I hope that she is watching Rahul Gandhi. He had crossed from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. He has walked around 4,000 miles, and then now the Nyaya Yatra around 6,000 plus miles. So he's going down to the grassroots level, meeting people, speaking to them, trying to understand the ground reality, the pulse of the people. And this is what has come up, the growing unemployment, the rising inflation. People are, getting tested here. So rest to say, we are confident, we are capable, we are going to give a tough fight to Modi-led Bharatiya Janata Party. After the 10 years of misrule and misgovernance, we are capable, we are going to safeguard the democracy, we are going to ensure that there is no threat to democracy.
George Kurian can live in La La Land.
No, Sanjay, don't interrupt. George Kurian, the point I was... No, just Sanjay, don't interrupt. George Kurian, you complete your point and I'll come in.
Yeah, so Abhishek, what I was trying to say, so, I can understand your compulsion there, you want to get it to Raebareli and Amethi for your reasons, but, having said that, it is not important for where Priyanka Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi, for that matter, is going to contest. Our larger goal is to, stop...
No, I have moved on from Raebareli and Amethi. I'm on the issue of narratives.
We want to ensure that...
I've moved on from Raebareli and Amethi. I'm on the issue of narratives. And let me concede that Rahul Gandhi has really worked hard for whatever distance he has walked and run and travelled from Kashmir to Kanyakumari to Kashmir and then from Manipur to Mumbai, which concluded today. You see, the question is that despite all the hard work of sheer physical labor that Rahul Gandhi has done, it's really not impacting or giving confidence to the second rung of leadership. For all those leaders who have quit, for the leaders who are quitting now, and it's going down to a level, just giving you examples, random examples. Today's examples, Badrinath MLA in Uttarakhand, Badrinath MLA, Rajendra Bhandari has quit, joined BJP. In Maharashtra, Ashanshay Padvi, MLC of Uddhav Sena, has moved from Uddhav Sena to Shinde Sena. We had an example of Kanpur, where the sitting MLA of the Congress party and someone who has been with the Congress party for more than 3 decades switched over to the BJP. Now the interesting thing is, in this case, this Ajay Kapoor, MLA, he was promised a Congress ticket for the Lok Sabha. The district committee and the state election committee have recommended his name as their Lok Sabha candidate to the CEC of the Congress party in Delhi. He is not being promised any ticket by the BJP. There is no ED CBI behind him, but he has gone to the BJP. So, is the opposition failing to understand, and let me take this to Anirban actually. Anirban, while you are confident of Mamata Didi in Bengal, in the rest of the country, it seems, even in Bengal, in fact, one MLA, sitting MLA, I think, crossed over to the BJP just last week. There seems to be something happening on the ground which makes these district level leaders get those vibes that maybe the wind is blowing in the direction of the BJP. So, just move on. All the hard work of Rahul Gandhi, as I said, is coming to a naught.
Look, the person who crossed over to the BJP, The person who moved over to the BJP, with all due respect to him, he moved over to the BJP only after the ED raided his house. But there have been many leaders, MLAs of the BJP who have crossed over the Trinamool Congress, and the Trinamool Congress does not have any ED or CBI to raid their houses. And there you might say the West Bengal police has done something. There has been no raid whatsoever in their houses or offices.
That's why I asked you a question of outside Bengal, Anirban.
Yeah,
outside Bengal, you see, I gave you examples, specific examples of no ED, CBI behind the leaders who have moved to the BJP.
Yes, and there have been many leaders of the BJP moving over to the Congress. If you are speaking outside Bengal, there have been multiple examples of people from the BJP, ex-MPs, maybe some ex-MLAs or tall leaders in their own regions who have moved over to the Congress as well. So therefore, if you are referring to the fact that these people can sense in which direction the wind is blowing, then actually you can make the argument go both ways. So more important, according to me, whether the leaders for regional level, district level, state level, they move to one party or the other, a lot more important is whether the people at large, they are keeping their trust in the present government or not. But if you ask me, my opinion is that the last 5 years has been one of the glaring examples of how much you can misgovern the people with the kind of numbers you have in the parliament. This is a government that has completely mismanaged the COVID issue. This is a government that has got the economy in shambles. And regarding the many reports, international surveys, we have seen that the poor have only gone poorer. Children, crores of... Sorry?
Complete your thoughts.
Yeah. Crores of children, infants, in fact, they are going without food for more than 24 hours. That is a report by an international organization. There have been similar reports in many quarters. So if you're asking me, more than political leaders jumping ships, it is the people, the common man who matter most to me. And for all the political leaders, as far as they're concerned, I don't think nobody is above these people who are finding it extremely hard to make 2 square meals a day. Just consider that children 5 years old, 6 years old, they don't have food for more than 24 hours.
Keep it short because I have to cover more ground. Sanju. Okay, Anirban, Sanju gets to respond because you made charges against the government.
Abhishek, please don't say quick response. I'll take at least 1 minute because he made, many reckless allegations. Please bear with me.
1 minute granted, please, 1 minute.
Yeah, please bear with me. First and foremost, I did not heckle Anirban, so please now, I deserve that courtesy. When you sit here and say that the Modi government has misgoverned, you are living in cuckoo's land, and I'll tell you why. I will quote data straight from mygov.in because I believe in mygov.in. The economy size when Modi took over in terms of nominal GDP, 11th biggest. Today it is the 5th biggest. Steel production, we were the 5th largest. Today we are the 2nd largest. Mobile phone production, we were the 12th largest. Today we are the 2nd largest. Number of unicorns, we had only 4. Today we have more than 100. Climate index, we were at rank number 30th. Today climate index, we are at rank number 7. Global innovation index, we were at rank number 76. Today we are at rank number 40th. World logistics index, our rank was 54. Today we are at rank number 38. Gender inequality index, our rank was 127. Today we are at 108. Ease of doing business, what a phenomenal performance. We were at rank number 142. Today we have jumped 79 places to rank number 63. And let me tell you what is common to Bill Gates, what is common to the United Nations chief Antonio Guterres, and what is common to the World Health Organization chief, and what is common to Joe Biden. All these 4 people said one thing. They said, had it not been for Narendra Modi, had it not been for the world's largest vaccination drive under the Modi government and the world's fastest vaccination drive under the Modi government, the world would have taken a far longer time.
Sanju, you got more than 2 minutes.
In the post-COVID era. So yahan बैठकर गलत data.
Can I have just 10 seconds, please? Just 10 seconds.
No, you spoke for 2 minutes.
Just 10 seconds.
But if you can keep it to 10 seconds, yes, otherwise I have to go to George Kurian.
I counted you with data.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. Regarding ease of doing business, the model of the Modi government is send the ED CBI to business houses, force them to pay via electoral bonds. So that is the kind of ease of business we have seen.
No, let's not do nitpicking. Let's not do nitpicking like that. You see, Anirban, you seem to be on thin ice because Sanjeev Verma comes prepared with data and facts.
Abhishek, I would like to come in.
I saw George Kurian raising his finger. George Kurian, you wanted to comment.
Yeah, Sanjeev Verma gave a list of domains that the Bharatiya Janata Party has excelled in, and with the fact, data and numbers. I would like to ask Sanjeev Verma on your debate that, who is benefiting out of all this? The Modi government has excelled in all these domains because we still find that there is a growing inflation in the country, the growing unemployment in this country, and people are suffering. 80 crore people are being offered ration in this country. So who is benefiting from all these the numbers? See, it can be a number game for you, but the people of India at large should benefit from it.
Let me.
Which is not happening.
Oh, okay, George Kurian.
He asked me
George
a
Kurian,
question.
your party. Okay, George Kurian. No, Sanjay, hold on. I'll give that chance to you. But let me ask George Kurian. George Kurian, you are talking about whether the government has done its maths. Has the Congress party done its maths? For example, your party announced as one of the guarantees, Mahila Nyay, that rupees 1 lakh would be deposited directly in the accounts of poor women of the country every year. How many poor women are there in the country? 5 crores? At 5 crores,
well, Abhishek,
1 lakh rupees per annum.
For the party to come, because the party, I'm sure the party has done the math. And
comes to about 5 lakh crore rupees. That's 1/6 of the annual budget.
At an appropriate time,
that's roughly 1/6 of the annual budget. So that's the problem. You see, I am asking ideological confusion. You say no, there is none. I am asking what's the narrative.
The government can,
you are saying you are not able to find a convincing narrative. You are stuck to X-ray and MRI. And then even the basic homework is not done on the schemes and the promises that the government, that the political opposition is making. And that's the problem, it seems. That's the problem, it seems, Piyush Joshi and Ratan Sharda. I want them on the screen, Piyush Joshi also. You see, that's the problem with the opposition. They are not able to get a convincing, credible formula, narrative, slogan, political and policy idea going for them. They just randomly throw numbers, randomly throw promises, and the people have become discerning in differentiating between what's welfareism backed by a budget and what's Raebareli backed by only a political slogan. Right, Piyush Joshi?
Right.
Very well said, Abhishek.
As far as that thing is concerned, well, am I audible? Can you hear me? Yeah, no. Yeah, so, as far as that thing is concerned, there's no doubt. There's no doubt that BJP is a formidable opposition, and as far as the narrative is concerned for 2024 election, BJP is a bit ahead of the India alliance as of now. The alliance needs to sort out its priorities. Definitely, there's no doubt about it. You want to have 3 or 4 key highlight points before going into the elections, about which you have to convince the people of the country that this is what we are going to do and this is how we are going to do. As far as that thing is concerned, it needs to sort out its common minimum program very quickly so that it can get to the people and talk about it rather than talking in random jargons. So I agree with you there that as far as the narrative is concerned, as far as the common minimum program is concerned, as far as the key highlight points are concerned, the alliance is a bit behind, and it needs to sort out its priorities and quickly. So that it can go to the people and tell them about its
not a bit behind. I think the time is gone. The time is gone. Unfortunately, the time is gone for the India alliance.
The time is very much there. The priorities need to be sorted out, and you have to go all guns blazing.
I'm only left with 3 minutes.
You have to fight as aggressively as the BJP fights.
Before I give the last word to Ratan Sharda, okay, Piyush Joshi. Before I give you sort of conceded, but that's very honest analysis you have done, Piyush Joshi. Thank you so much for that. Before I give the last word to Ratan Sharda, Sanju, before I give the last word to Ratan Sharda, Sanju, Piyush Joshi has conceded as much as opposition can, while defending their turf. He has been honest In fact, Anirban also was honest in the case of India Alliance, of course, outside of Bengal. And George Kurian, of course, he knows that the Congress party is, thin ice. He knows in his heart. So, Sanju Verma, going into the elections, my question to you is, how does Suresh Pachauri strengthen the BJP? How do you still defend Ajit Pawar?
Abhishek, please now. You've given certificates to everybody. I thought you will also pay a compliment to Sanju Verma. You said, Piyush Joshi is honest. Anirban is honest. You also had a good word to say about George Kurian. मैंने क्या बिगाड़ा है आपका भाई साहब? मेरे खिलाफ इतना क्यों बोलते हो आप हमेशा? अभी now let your audience.
I think you got that compliment earlier, Sanju Verma. I have to. Okay, go ahead. Answer my question. Because it's a difficult question, perhaps you're dodging. Answer the question.
No. I take difficult questions, I take the bull by the horns. I will just say this to you, I will answer your question. But because I don't know whether it was George Kurian or Anirban, somebody spoke about inflation. Wholesale inflation for the last 2 months has been between 0.2 and 0.27%. Retail inflation in the last 2 months has been between 5.09 and 5.1%. And fuel inflation in India is negative, minus 1.6%. And unemployment rate is a record low in the last 75 years, 3.1%. बिना पढ़े लिखे यहाँ पर डेटा मत गलत बताइए. Now coming to Suresh Pachauri.
Record low.
Suresh Pachauri, can I finish now? It is not your turn.
This is a Nagpur back survey.
Ask me a tough question. Now my answer to your tough question is
this. Was there a Nagpur back survey?
It's Suresh. Background music देना बंद करिए. Abhishek, now why can't you ask him to please keep quiet? I don't want to be
answer my question.
No, since you're singing your tune, at least try to speak the truth. Regarding unemployment,
Let me get the answer to the difficult question I asked of the BJP national spokesperson. Anirban, answer. Sanju Verma, answer.
Okay, sure.
You asked me about Suresh Pachauri. I will answer not only about Suresh Pachauri, but Suresh Pachauri ke saath-saath. There were 2 other gentlemen who moved over from the Congress to the BJP in Madhya Pradesh. One was Vishal Patel and one was Sanjay Shukla, the erstwhile Bahubali of Indore, who's been at loggerheads with Kailash Vijayvargiya on umpteen occasions. What did Amit Shah say when your boss, Arnab Goswami asked Amit Shah that how is it that so many people are leaving the Congress and earlier they were persona non grata और आज BJP उनको जादू की झप्पी दे रही है. तो अमित शाह जी का जवाब ये था, we are committed to our ideology. We are committed to our common minimum program. यदि कांग्रेस से हताश होकर कोई बीजेपी ज्वाइन करता है तो उसका स्वागत है. But that does not mean that an ongoing probe against Ajit Pawar has been derailed. This is what Amit Shah said, and I don't think I need to add anything to that. Thank you.
Fair enough. Ratan Sharda. Last word to you, Ratan Sharda. My question as we end this conversation is...
I'll just make 3-4 points.
Going into the election, BJP seems very confident, very organized, very meticulous.
Party CPI, which is a partner of India, has challenged Rahul Gandhi in Wayanad. So Rahul Gandhi has no respect from Communist Party also, which is a near extinct party. Second question is, who is controlling India Alliance? If there is nobody convening the India Alliance, running the India Alliance, everybody is on the local lena-dena, local negotiations, which means there is no India. Is state level, adjustment chal rahi hai. There is a central body. Then, if Congress is losing wicket when it starts carrying out in phases of election, either it says 2014 election of 9 phases was dictated by them to the election commission, or say election commission is independent. So from 9 phases come to 7 phases, they are crying about it. Thirdly, he talked about saving the democracy. Rahul Gandhi in a meeting clearly threatens the government servants. He says, हम आगे सबका हिसाब कर देंगे. So is that democracy? See what is happening in DMK, Tamil Nadu. What is happening in Kerala? Is that democracy? That is a question. And lastly, electoral bond बहुत चिल्ला रहे हैं TMC वाले. He forgets that 90% of funding of TMC, 90% mind you, comes from electoral bonds. So भैया अपने आंचल पे कौन से दाग है देख लीजिए.
Ratan Sharda, unfortunately I have run out of time, so you can't begin another round of debate with Anirban on the electoral bonds issue. We have discussed it already so many times. Maybe we'll continue this conversation. Of course, now each and every day till 4th of June, when the people would have spoken and we would have 18th Lok Sabha and a new government. Interesting to see whether it would be up ki baar 400 par or whether Indy would have come together in a rearguard action and at least salvage some of its reputation. Some of its reputation. On that note, thank you so much, Sanju Verma, Ratan Sharda, Piyush Joshi, George Kurian and Anirban for joining us on this fantastic Sunday conversation. Short break, news and breaking continues on the other side. And of course, 9 p.m. tomorrow, Monday evening, Arnab Goswami is back with the debate.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
To extrapolate into the future, Formula E or electric racing will be the norm. So the question is how Formula E reinvents itself to become the leading racing series in the world in a situation in which Formula One might need to go electric too. And that's the big question mark. And I believe there is space for both, but there is always the strategy, the management, and how to execute all of the priorities of the company will make a difference if Formula E succeed or not. Formula E is in a unique position. Formula E can become the main racing series of the world if done correctly.
Well, yeah, I mean, first of all, he's had a great start, which has been great for him and the teams. We've had our best start as a team since we joined the championship. I hope to obviously catch up a bit, to be honest. I've had an okay start. We've got some good points, but we missed out a few opportunities. But about Nick, yeah, I mean, it's been great working with him. I've known him since I was 6, so the relationship's been strong for many, many years.
Republic Niva Bupa Studio, your one stop for all the breaking news updates, and I am Nikita Sahai.
That started by the refugees living in various settlements across the national capital went on for over an hour, where Delhi police tried to pacify the protesters who were all up in arms against the anti-CA sentiments that has been echoed by the Congress and the India Alliance partner. Joining me right now are some of the protesters who are now leaving the protest site. जो आप लोगों ने अपना प्रोटेस्ट किया है, ये पहले तो मुझे ये बताइए कि ये किस आक्रोश में हुआ है और कितने और लोग आपके साथ?
हमारे साथ हम पाकिस्तान से आए, कम से कम 300-400 बंदे हैं पाकिस्तान से आए, मगर 10-11 साल हो गए यहाँ रहते हुए। तो अभी सीए लागू हुआ था, तो केजरीवाल ने हमारे को कुछ गलत शब्द भी बोले थे। तो बोले थे कि इन्हों को नागरिकता नहीं जाए, गुटवेसी है, ये दंगा फसाद करें, ये बेटियों को उठा ले जाएंगे। हम हमारी इज्जत बचा के, हम अपना धर्म बचा के हम यहाँ।
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studio, your one stop for all the breaking updates. I am Rakshita Mishra.
I am very, very happy to announce that Niva Bupa Health Insurance has come on board as Republic TV's studio partner. Niva Bupa Health Insurance is the fastest growing company among standalone health insurance players in India. It has also provided health insurance coverage to 1.1 crore people in India and settled over 15 lakh claims processing one claim every 60 seconds. So we are delighted to be partnering with them.
We are concerned about the notification of the Citizenship Amendment Act on March 11. We are closely monitoring this act, how this act will be implemented. Respect for religious freedom and equal treatment under the law for all communities are fundamental democratic principles.
Viewers, you're watching Republic TV. I'm Shivangi Shukla, getting you the latest that we are tracking. Many developments lined up for you, especially as we count down towards the Lok Sabha elections. We are seeing many political developments. We'll get you up to date with all of them. The headlines we are tracking at this moment first. After Sonia Gandhi exits electoral politics, sources inform Republic that Priyanka Vatra and Rahul Gandhi opt to not contest from the family Bastions Amethi and Raebareli. Sources say FIR registered against former Chhattisgarh CM Bhupesh Baghel and 21 others in the Mahadev app case. 9th ED summon to Delhi CM Kejriwal in Delhi liquor policy case. Aam Aadmi Party targets agency. Atishi questions why ED is not waiting for court order.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को सिर्फ एक चीज से मतलब है कि किसी ना किसी तरीके से चुनाव से पहले अरविंद केजरीवाल को जेल में डाल दो।
Delhi Minister Atishi hits out at BJP and PM Modi over ED summons to CM Kejriwal, says PM is trying to arrest Kejriwal at any cost. Calls probe agencies, PM stooges. Big setback for BRS prior to the Lok Sabha polls as Ranjit Reddy resigns from BRS and joins the Congress. Viewers, Prime Minister Modi is projecting confidence ahead of the Lok Sabha elections, has asked his ministers to draft a roadmap for the first 100 days and next 5 years for a new government. The BJP is hoping for a third straight term in power in the elections that were announced, but by the Election Commission just a short time back. Now, the Prime Minister also addressed a rally in Andhra Pradesh today, where he said that a Viksit Andhra will pave the way for a Viksit Bharat.
कल ही देश में लोकसभा चुनाव का बिगुल बजा है और आज मैं आप सबके बीच आंध्र प्रदेश में हूं। यहां मुझे कोटप कोंडा से ब्रह्मा, विष्णु और महेश तीनों का आशीर्वाद मिल रहा है। त्रिदेवों के इस आशीर्वाद से हमारी सरकार के तीसरे कार्यकाल में देश और भी बड़े निर्णय लेगा। आप सब देखिए, ये संयोग देखिए, इस बार चुनावों के परिणाम 4 जून को आने वाले हैं। अब पूरा देश कह रहा है 4 जून को 400 पार, विकसित भारत के लिए 400 पार, विकसित आंध्र प्रदेश के लिए 400 पार, नालगो वंदलो दाताली एनडीए की वोट वेयाली। साथियों, हमारा एनडीए गठबंधन रीजनल एस्पिरेशंस और नेशनल प्रोग्रेस दोनों को साथ लेकर चलता है। इस चुनाव में बीजेपी के सहयोग हमारे साथी लगातार बढ़ रहे हैं। एनडीए की ताकत बढ़ रही है। चंद्रबाबू नायडू और पवन कल्याण दोनों लंबे समय से आप लोगों के हक के लिए, आंध्र के विकास के लिए दिन रात आपके लिए काम करते रहे हैं। एनडीए का लक्ष्य है विकसित भारत के लिए विकसित आंध्र प्रदेश का निर्माण। आंध्र प्रदेश में एनडीए की डबल इंजन सरकार होने से यहां के विकास को और गति मिलेगी।
And US election fervor has intensified after ECI announced the dates for the Lok Sabha polls. Prime Minister Modi is relentless in his attack on the opposition, amplifying the BJP's dominance. The PM is reiterating that 400 par target is in every rally he addresses. He has mentioned that. On the other hand, the Indie alliance is in a tizzy amid their sources state that the Gandhis are going to abandon the bastions of Amethi and Raebareli. Stay with us as we analyze the implications of this political upheaval and its impact on the upcoming polls. Before that, let's take a look at this report for more.
A day after ECI announced the poll schedule,
फेज 1 का शेड्यूल एक दिन से हमें 2 बार करना पड़ रहा है। फिर बिहार के लिए वहां एक फेस्टिवल है, तो नोटिफिकेशन की डेट सेम है, लेकिन बस लास्ट डेट ऑफ विड्रॉल हमें 30 मार्च की जगह 2 अप्रैल सिर्फ बिहार की फर्स्ट फेज के लिए करनी पड़ रही है, क्योंकि वहां त्योहार हैं। और पूरी कंट्री में 4 जून को काउंटिंग होगी।
signs are pointing towards a potential seismic shift in India's political landscape as the battle officially kicks off. Sources have informed Republic that Priyanka Vadra and Rahul Gandhi opt to not contest from family bastions Amethi and Raebareli. Former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Ghulam Nabi Azad reacted to the swirling speculation of Gandhis abandoning their bastion.
बीएसपी और समाजवादी 98 का पहला इलेक्शन है सोनिया जी का, तब से आज तक दोनों छोड़ते आए हैं। और राहुल गांधी का इलेक्शन 2004 से आज तक दोनों को छोड़ते आए। अब वो जाने, लेकिन आपका जनरल नॉलेज हूँ कि एक 25 साल से छोड़ते आए, एक 20 साल से छोड़ते।
The BJP also underscored the blatant disparity within the Congress.
देखिए, जो कहते हैं कि अमेठी गांधी खानदान का गढ़ है, वो अपने ओर से एक कैंडिडेट देने में इतना समय क्यों लगा रहे हैं? तो उनका लैक ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस ही आपको बताता है कि अमेठी अब कांग्रेस बैस्टियन नहीं रही है। अगर वो 2 सीटों से लड़ते हैं, तो इसका मतलब वो अमेठी से अपनी हार को ऑलरेडी चुनाव होने से पहले ही घोषित कर रहे हैं।
While the Congress seems to be losing control, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going all out with his election campaigns. The PM launched a fiery attack on Congress in Kalaburgi, straight from the backyard of the Grand Old Party's chief, Mallikarjun Kharge.
अभी तो चुनाव की घोषणा होना बाकी है और आपने घोषणा कर दी। आज पूरा कर्नाटका कह रहा है अब की बार कि इंडी अलायंस और कांग्रेस के लोग भी कहने लगे हैं और आपके यहां के एक नेता ने तो पार्लियामेंट में कह दिया हमारे विरोधी कह रहे हैं अब की बार।
Opposition leaders are clearly losing faith in party policies and are joining hands with the BJP.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के कुशल नेतृत्व में और उनका भारत को एक विकसित राष्ट्र बनाने का जो सपना है उससे प्रभावित होकर के मैंने कांग्रेस पार्टी से त्यागपत्र दिया है।
The BJP is also confident of their 400+ target.
माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में 5 उत्तराखंड की सीटें प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की झोली में देते हुए फिर एक बार मोदी सरकार देश में स्थापित होगी। इस बार 400 पार जाके एक देश के उत्साह को नया रूप, नया स्वरूप, नए रंग देने का काम उत्तराखंड करेगा।
The polls are less than 35 days away. The BJP is ramping up poll preparations.
चुनावों के परिणाम 4 जून को आने वाले हैं। अब पूरा देश कह रहा है 4 जून को 400 पार।
On the other hand, the Congress is in the tailspin and unable to stem the bleeding. Where are the Gandhis going to contest from? Can India Alliance survive till the 2024 Lok Sabha polls? And is the BJP's aim for 400 par already a done deal?
As election poll dates have been announced, both the NDA and the ND bloc are setting pieces on the electoral chessboard, with the NDA seemingly at an advantage and the NDA bloc trying to play catch-up. Here's more on this story in this report.
The date sheet for the big elections finale has been announced, and the nation has gone into an election frenzy. With the elections around the corner, the BJP is confident of a win, a big win.
अब की बार 400 पार।
In 2019, Prime Minister made a promise.
नौजवान भी बोल रहा है, बुजुर्ग भी बोल रहे हैं, महिलाएं भी बोल रही हैं, शहर वाले भी बोल रहे हैं, किसान भी बोल रहा है, मजदूर भी बोल रहा है। अब की बार 400 पार। अब की बार
And delivered, only to now up the bar for his party.
अब की बार 400 पार। अब की बार
A thought echoed by many others in the party. The NDA, standing at a majestic 341, is much closer to its tally with 38.5% vote share. Indy, now seemingly in disarray, is far from the magic number at 119 seats, much below the 272 seat mark. The Congress, the principal party in the Lok Sabha, does not have the 50 seats in Lok Sabha, while the BJP sits at a handsome 303. With the poll dates announced, it appears that the BJP's election machinery is set for the kill, and the opposition still undecided on many key issues. It is not difficult to see where the elections are headed. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
And the CAA storm continues to ruffle the opposition as the Lok Sabha polls draw closer and closer. India continues to spread misinformation ahead of the biggest festival of democracy. This even as ECI has categorically stated to not spread misinformation and hate during the poll campaigns. The India Alliance playing politics around CAA could prove to be a nail in its own coffin. Take a look at this report for more.
With the Lok Sabha polls right around the corner, politics around CAA continues to rage on. Despite BJP reiterating that the act does not aim to take away citizenship.
ट्राइबल कॉम्पोजिशन और उनके अधिकार को हम जरा भी डाइल्यूट नहीं कर रहे हैं। हमने एक्ट में ही प्रोविजन कर दिया है कि जहां पर भी इनर लाइन परमिट है और जहां संविधान की 6ठी सूची में जो क्षेत्र शामिल किए गए हैं, इन पर वहां पर CAA नहीं लागू होगा और वहां के एड्रेस वाला एप्लीकेशन भी ऐप में अपलोड ही नहीं होता है, तो लागू होने का सवाल ही नहीं आता है। और एक्ट में ही प्रोविजन है, मगर हमने एप्लीकेशन में भी वो एरिया को एक्सक्लूड कर दिया है। कोई अप्लाई करेगा भी वो वहां से तो नहीं, ऐप ही नहीं खुलेगा।
Hindu Sena put up hoardings firing barbs at AAP for spreading misinformation about CAA, which were later taken down.
Today morning, we saw how posters condemn